It's a fucking...
Procedurally generated.
What the fuck? What is going on with my mouse? Genuinely like the fuck. Express.
First blood.
I thought my VR rig wasn't working. This is pretty slank.
An ally has been slain. An ally has been slain.
Every system has a weakness. We're going to find it. I like this virtual reality, especially its lack of network security.
An enemy has been slain.
Are you smiling yet?
Didn't even buy. Should have checked if she bought. I think if she bought, if she actually had TP, then
An ally has been slain.
that's fine. She was. Did she? I'm pretty sure she tried roaming.
First, deprobate!
Yeah, I need to push out this wave and then get prio.
An ally has been slain.
I don't know what you want me to do, bro. Like genuinely. Like Rengar is farming, everyone's farming.
Breaking firewalls like they was
Enemy killing spree.
I'm gonna answer this just to be sure.
Did I remember
ally has been slain.
Am I dead if I... Yeah, Moomoo's a bit scary.
An enemy has been slain. An ally has been slain.
But I didn't pick that one up, it's just I'm anything.
Man, totally should have put this place in hybrid and every apparent vector is actually parallax. Here it's just way more so. We're like, ah! Ooh, your foliages are amazing. So pretty. Pockets for these
Shut
spells.
down. Shut down.
Dizzy.
An ally has been slain.
Ow. No clue what happened there. I'll be honest. I think technically we should have won that.
Hack the system.
Technically we should have. If I hit a sleep on... flashing into the pit was a bad idea. I tried flashing into the pit to get the ignite and then getting out of there. That was just my bad. I think I didn't need to flash out of the pit. I could have tried like...
Darn it.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Math is beautiful. All around us, beautiful math we can remake the world with.
An enemy has been slain. An enemy has been slain. Ally has been slain.
As far as obstacles go, that was about a 3 out of 10.
You have slain an enemy.
We are surrounded by noobs.
Tell me more, Zoe. Tell me more.
I'm called Zoe, but it's just my Smurf handle.
Clearing. I'm not gonna go seal because of a Mumu. I don't think it's that worth. I think he will just make me lose the stacks of just put on me. So just fucking randomly ult me on the edge. Yeah.
This virtual reality is so lifelike. Hello? Hello?
Has been slain.
Wanna see something neat?
I mean, Mumu is dead. I can just take this.
An enemy is dominating. Turret plating will soon fall.
Top laner. Just focus on yourself. And the important thing is that like I have good farm. I'm practicing farming and practicing last hitting because I need to I don't like I autoed that like. I think that was an auto attack out. Just my bad. Yeah, but the important thing is just me just practice farming and just practice like not being greedy. So that's like I feel like sometimes I randomly greed, randomly go to like try helping my team, etc. So let me just practice being a good mid laner. You know? And like check the timers, everything like that. Like top lane is losing, that's jungler's job. It's not my job. He decides whether he wants to play on that side or not.
Your turret has been destroyed.
Top loss, bot loss, classic. This guy haven't.
Let's de-encrypt this folder.
Missed that cannon put it on there, bro.
An ally has been slain.
I thought my VR rig wasn't working, but this is pretty swank.
An ally has been slain.
Ow, that doesn't hit.
Shut down.
We're going to find it.
Fuck.
He has destroyed a turret.
God. Should I play weak?
Killing spree.
I mean, Yamato plays weak.
I like this virtual reality, especially its lack of network security.
Shut down.
Can wait with TP. So, that's good. I think I can carry. Like they're just super scared playing mid because of me. Let's see, one item. Get my second item before Annie. Before we get this dragon, it's gonna be huge. Oh.
Your team has destroyed a turret. Rampage. An ally has been slain.
Yeah, I cannot do that. I'm gonna go push mid.
Enemy killing spree.
Yes, why are
Unstoppable.
they even fighting for this? I'll be honest.
You have slain an enemy. Your turret has been destroyed.
Okay. And the Lich Bane, that's the most important thing.
Man, they totally should have put this place in hybrid encryption, but they didn't.
Your turret has been destroyed.
Here it's just way more so. Up we go! Aid your retribution!
Oh my god.
Been slain.
Damn, we just lost this that easy. Oh, that's my bad.
Your team has destroyed a turret.
I genuinely don't know what our team is doing.
Hey everyone, we are Zoe, and we are
I should just keep playing it. Should have just kept farming, bro. Like, I lost like 2 waves because of that dragon play. For fucking no reason. Genuine. Oh my god, is he really gonna do it like this? Of course he is.
An enemy is unstoppable.
What's Stringer doing? My man is like, I don't see the enemies, that means he's alone.
Has been slain.
Ooh, these VR auto render foliage is
Just FF, man. Just FF. Just FF, bro. Just FF. Oh, he got him at least. Holy moly. I was about to thinking that this shit's show over, man. Yeah, my bad, bro. I didn't see the fucking Amumu. I should have looked at the map. If I looked at the fucking map, bro. Should have counted. I was like, oh, okay, who could be here? Where's Amumu? You know? Sure, it's straight up. Yamada wants to spawn, okay.
Ooh, rebooting inside the system.
An ally has been slain. Your team has destroyed a turret.
Life is beautiful. All around us is beautiful without getting too tempted. Make the world with.
Fucking not five, we need fish. What are you gonna ult?
Enemy double kill. An enemy has been slain.
I don't know what you want from me, bro. I am telling you, we need a fucking ward in this bush. Well, my man does fucking not warding at all.
I'm called Zoe, but it's just.
And then you're like surprised. Where the fuck is the enemies coming from, you know? It's because we have like fucking vision for where they're going. And they have fucking vision over this whole bush. Like, what? Like, just sweep this. To like, a dragon literally was spawning. My man, taking the farm, taking everything. Just fucking like.
This virtual reality is so lifelike. I wonder if anyone's in chat. Hello? Hello?
An enemy has been slain.
Okay, am I gonna get soloed by a set? It's a good question. Yes, I am.
Shut down.
I can't believe this whole thing is procedurally generated.
Your turret has been destroyed.
Nice. I mean, somebody has to come and kill him, or else he stops the entire fucking game.
Let's de-encrypt this whole reality.
It was a good night though, like
An ally has been slain.
Jesus Christ. Just don't even know, man, at this point. Mumu is here, I'm gonna be pissed a little bit. Never mind, we're not doing anything, we're mad behind.
I thought my VR rig wasn't working.
You know what I say? I say fucking kill him, bro.
An enemy has been slain.
I believe in my team, bro. I just need to not to die and we get this.
Killing spree. Your turret has been destroyed. An enemy has been slain. Your inhibitor has been destroyed. Enemy double kill. Enemy triple kill. Enemy quadra kill.
I like this virtual reality, especially as long as network security.
Your turret has been destroyed. You have slain an enemy. Your turret has been destroyed. Your turret has been destroyed.
I'm gonna hack the government later. Times the sine of B minus C times X plus the sine of 2B times the sine of C minus A times Y plus the sine of 2C plus the sine of A minus B times X equals 0. That's pretty.
Okay.
An ally has been slain. Enemy has been slain.
Don't you remember the one sport?
There's Lulu and there's one more.
Time to hack the system.
Nah, I shouldn't push him. I mean, I kind of want this.
Man, totally should have put this place in hybrid encryption, but they didn't.
Is my math good? My math is bad. Holy fuck. I mean, still solid. I need to be in this fight. 'Cause this is the last fight.
Your inhibitor has respawned.
Why is she checking?
Every apparent vector is actually parallax. Here it's just way more so.
So no, the interaction, he could have just ulted me.
Enemy is dominating. An enemy has been slain. Rampage. An enemy has been slain. An enemy has been slain. Shut down.
Come in, come in, come in.
Your team has destroyed a turret. Your team has destroyed a turret. Your team has destroyed an inhibitor.
I'll render fully if you don't.
Has destroyed a turret. A summoner has disconnected. A summoner has disconnected.
What a game. What a fucking game. That game was crazy. The game was actually crazy. Let me look at that again. Flashes in, kills Yone. Amumu kills Rengar. I mean, Rengar kills the dragon. They go on Rengar. Rengar flashes out. I make her drowsy. I kill her. Yunara goes in. Irony is low as well because again. Let me see this. Slow mo this. I try to go. I hit the Annie. Yunara flashes. She flashes in ultis. She zones. I'm like, okay. Whatever the fuck they do, my job here is helping killing them, right? The Xayah cannot do shit. I basically one-shot her. Which means that like the only source of damage they have is Annie. Because Sett fucking dead as well. Yeah, that was great. That was great. Can't lie. That was really good. And then we just go mid. And then I go mid. Yep. And I do this like tank the wave here. Do like flash here, which I could have saved for these double ones, but it's fine. I go in, I tank, because I'm like, we need to fucking tank this for the minions. And then yeah, we do it. Yep. Finger also kind of gets it, and then we take it because of that. Fucking easy. Yo.
I hope you're doing really good. Call me sometime, okay? And maybe you could come visit me in the summer. We can go to the beach or down to the river. Anyways, I have to go now.
That was a crazy game. Can't lie.
Теперь я не верю в настоящую любовь, потому что думаю, что могу любить только ее. А она меня нет. Если я сошел с ума, то только из-за своих собственных мозгов. Хотя, возможно, именно из-за нее. Перестань думать о ней, ведь ты не для нее. Перестань мечтать, перестань опять. Перестань обнимать подушку, представляя в объятиях ее. Перестань мечтать, ведь ты не сможешь не спать. Выбери меня из сотни хороших парней между тем. Я бы просто остался с тобой до конца своих дней. Забери меня из моих собственных сказочных мечт. Ты бы просто осталась со мной до конца своих дней. Именно из-за нее, 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 именно из-за нее.
Yo, yo, yo.
Hva skjer?
Det går bra, det går bra. Mila det her også, man.
Помню, как в школе я множество раз возвращал тебя в свою жизнь, и ты шла. Я приглашал тебя домой и провожал тебя до твоего. Долго надеялся быть не друзьями, я долго не понимал, будет ли это так. Но я был мелкий дурак, теперь прошу об одном. Приди ко мне во сне, где-то в 6 я раньше не ложусь, я вместе сна курю, смотрю на тебя одну.
Nå kommer det. Der, ja. Det var VC. Kommer han ikke VC?
Именно из-за нее, 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 именно из-за нее.
Nei, men han kom.
Han kom, man.
Akkurat når jeg skrev 'kommer du VC'.
Man.
Well.
Er dere klare til å vinne, eller?
Of course.
Hell yeah, man.
Jeg spilte solo-Q. Men jeg fikk en dritbra support med Blitzcrank. Jeg vet ikke hva han gjorde, Cardi Crazy. Eppa han sa begynte å spille duo til meg, Aphelios. Jeg fant ut jeg spiller duo med han. Han var rank 1 Renata for 2 år siden. Rank 1. Jeg bare, han viste proof. Han spilte Renata etter gamen. Han carrier. Jeg vet ikke hva han gjorde, Cardi Crazy. Han bare, jeg var for 2 år siden, jeg bare sluttet å spille. Han var rank 1. Jeg spilte med rank 1 Renata. Hei. Han var tam, bror. Hvilken level var han? Han var level 1000 eller noe, bror.
Har dere hørt om Skrillex, men har dere hørt om Skrillex?
Hva sa du?
Vi har Skrillex på teamet vårt, man.
Skal gå crazy. Jeg sier Mila, du øver på Gravestop, du.
Skal jeg?
Nei, ikke det. Fuck it. Det var...
Er det en ting?
Nei, det er fordi da EDG vant. Det var broken. Men nå det
Men hva med nå?
finnes ikke lenger. Nå bare den patchen. Det er dritdårlig. Han har bra jungle, da. Shin Blitzcrank.
Yon mot Jax. Går det fint?
Not really. I mean,
No,
du
no
kan bare
comment.
sitte og farme, bare. I mean, du vinner ikke fighten.
No, jeg vil
Jax
fighte.
fucker det opp.
Ja, da du vinner ikke, bror.
Sion.
Så er det bra.
I mean, Sion vinner ikke mange fights. Så det...
Yeah, Sion vinner, mann.
Så,
Du sa han vinner, ikke sant?
Han vinner short, hvis du short-trader han, du vinner. Long trades, han vinner. Du vet hva det betyr? Short og long trades.
Yeah.
Ja, ok. Da, hvis du sier nei, jeg forklarer, men hvis du sier du vet, du vet.
Så hvis jeg fighter han bare litt, jeg vinner. Men hvis jeg fighter han lenge, jeg taper.
Jo lenger du fighter, jo det er bedre for han. La oss si du treffer Q, du du Q-er. Han blir stønnet, du outer han en gang du jetter. Det er short trade.
ja, plukker din grasp, du får din grasp.
Eller for eksempel, sett deg liker å long-trade. Liksom auto, løpe til deg, auto, løpe, auto. Da er det sånn.
Så Milo, du treffer dine abilities på han. Din Q, din E. Kanskje W pop shield om det er som pluss, det er en bonus som klarer det.
Shield,
Og så bare venter du på at cooldownsene dine er over, og så bare gjør du det alt om igjen.
Altså når han er i kill range, du er all in han, bror. Men det du må
Og hvis han
bare
ikke backer,
teste
fordi
litt.
det er liksom det, om han...
Ja,
Fordi
du må
det er
bare
sånn...
litt test å finne ut, egentlig.
Det er sånn å være rotational, liksom, en som bruker abilities, enkelt sagt. Er at liksom, ok, de kan backe og tippe you back, men hvis karen er greedy, du packer han opp, han er død. Hvis han prøver å farme med sånn 10% håpe, og du har liksom abilitiesen dine oppe, well, bare land dem, boom, karen er død.
Ferdig.
Du er mer useless.
Det som er dårlig for deg er å prøve å fighte han, mens du har cooldowns på abilitiesene dine. Fordi han vinner da liksom, han disher ut mer damage, fordi han er
Fordi selv om han er
auto-attack.
cooldown, han er auto-attack-heavy, så...
Mm.
Men du er mer useful i teamet, da, husk. Han er mer som fighter, brawler, du er mer tank, frontline.
Welcome to Summoner's Rift.
Det er vi har Abdi på laget også. Hvis ikke.
Feil skin, ass. Abdi har ikke den skin her nå.
30 seconds until minions spawn.
Bro, jeg literally late games jo. Jeg fikk en kill med Zoe, hun sa I have noobs on my team.
Det er blitt stopp.
Men der?
Ja, det er Jackson
Hvorfor?
Ward.
Nei, hvorfor
De
er
glemte-
Jax TP?
De glemte å bytte, fordi han fikk automatisk World Atlas.
Åh! De glemte å bytte rolle.
De glemte å bytte rolle, de bare bytte
Ah,
chance.
I see, fordi Jax har TP, og han karen her har...
Ja. Eller...
Pegane her,
Hey,
man.
watch, om Blitz kommer topp, watch meg tape mot han, man. Sånn har jeg til tape.
Ja, men du kan bare farme fordi Sion, hvis han får free farme, du får HP, bare start W. Du kan starte W free farme, du får HP for hver minute du. Det kommer ta litt deg ut efter.
Damn, will I try and hit?
Det har jo blitt bot, bror.
Hva, de sendte Jin? Hva er det her, de?
But I don't know, LCS trading, man.
Nei, ok.
Ja, det er ekte
I guess,
LCS, bro, hva er det jeg ser på?
Every apparent vector is actually parallax.
Jeg tror de er faker, men hva er det?
Karan,
Or so.
Also are missing.
Ja, vi var litt der. Ja.
I like this virtual reality, especially its light.
Skal du la det?
Ja, bror. Det er helt seriøst hooka, bror. Helt anti, bror.
Jeg blir violated av karen her også, men...
Han har range, da. Det er litt det er vanlig.
Se på hva... Åh, freezer! Bare la meg ha freezer.
Han kan ikke freeze.
Jin missing. Han kommer til fighten det.
Nice, nice.
Math is beautiful. All around us is beautiful math we can remake the world with.
Han får ingenting. Huge first blood legend
Let me crash.
An enemy has been slain.
Yes.
Bitch asses, bror. Ja,
Nice.
vi hopper på fisken.
I can't believe this whole thing is procedurally generated.
Huge ass. Life is good.
Og så, jeg så på EDG sin Grand Finals part for å sjekke liksom Gravestop og sånt. Bror, han som spilte Zoe, den passion, det var da Zoe kom ut. Hun var så broken. Karen hittet ikke E-sleep. Han bare hittet Q one-time sin. Han tippet ikke til 85. Han tipper gjennom veggen, Q til hverandre. Nå du treffer sleep, du dreper fortsatt ikke.
Wait, Jin har ikke... Han har ikke... Ja, han har ikke tid.
Han har ikke
Ikke tipping.
Skal misse hele
Jeg sier du proxy. Jeg tror ikke Jin kan gjøre noe, tror. Walla. Altså, hvis du dør, du bare tipper tilbake.
Velvet kommer for en
Jeg
gank.
kommer.
dang.
Bare begynne proxy. Eller hvis du kan komme deg ut, du kan komme deg ut. Hvis ikke, du bare tar waven.
Ok, Jin, det skal være sånn.
Hei, du overlevde.
This virtual reality is so lifelike.
Jeg er live.
Anyone's in chat. Hello? Hello?
Bare 10. Hvis du er mot range 80, bare rush bootspear. Det er det beste du kan gjøre.
Good, fire.
Og det er Jax, Velvet og Jin. De bosa drittbra.
Jin missing.
It says
Totally should have put
miles.
this place in
Never mind,
permanent.
David. Okay.
Ok. Blitz er sånn nå.
Ooh, rebooting inside the system.
Jin er tilbake.
Bro, Blitz er kult, stakkars.
Shut down.
Noen er bitte grønn, den bitter ikke. Hadde den bitter grønn? Ja, det er bare free fuck.
Hvorfor er Nami frekk, men...
I thought my VR rig wasn't working, but this is pretty slick.
Da, nå er det Jax. Ja, crazy rotation, man. Med Blitz. Men hva skjer da?
Are missing on the mid.
Da har vi bare litt Jindot.
Er det Gina...
Sier hei da, men du svarer ikke.
Svarte hun, skrev?
Hun skrev hva? Sa hun.
Nå jeg er frekk også, men...
Hva? Neste gang vi dør? Jeg skal skrive Iron Blind, bror. 100% du vet ikke.
Like the
Jax.
drops.
Så Blitz, Pat, jeg tror de går Voidburps, men jeg vet ikke for den.
One HP, Jin, bror.
I'm huge. 9 minutter.
Wait. Hvorfor ser jeg begge supportene topp, man?
Så har vi
Ja,
sett
vi kommer inn på det, blir det ikke bra?
Er det bra?
Du vil ha Zoom ekstra fordi du er topplaner, men la meg litt retarder, så
Nami,
Jeg
are
føler
you
jeg
blind?
chiller.
I need solo XP.
ja, men du er topplaner, du vil ikke ha Zoom.
Bro, jeg har en Nami og en Lilia i... It's a guitar!
Hey, de koker, bror. De koker, bror.
Jeg er ikke jeg, ass.
An enemy has been slain.
At han ikke skal komme, mann.
For en kult guitar!
Oh, me. Nei, så
You have slain an enemy.
Ikke, bror.
no problem.
Kanskje gå mid hjem, bror.
Ja, jeg løper. Det går fint. Worth it.
Shut down.
Så Lilja bare randomly døde.
Has destroyed a turret.
Altså, han er sin... Ah, han backa.
Noen tipper jeg bak meg, bror. Ja, det er Jax. Nikita! Jax tipper bak meg! Nikita!
Beklager, Lars. Det er egentlig ikke å gjøre oss.
Amen.
Amen, mann.
Amen. Jeg liker å si det hver gang jeg gjør en mistake, bror. Amen. For det minner meg på hvor mange ganger Abdi har sagt det, hvor mange ganger han har gjort mistaket, for jeg føler meg bedre, skjønner du? Amen. Jeg er 300 HP fra Casper. 303. 6. Jeg på Sarpa. Fire sin burn scale på HP. Så du får infinite HP.
I don't mean to fuck you. It's sometimes.
Så har ni sin. såpass på Malzahar. Han liker å være ute for folk å få.
I'm called Zoe, but it's just my Smurf handle.
An ally has been slain. An enemy has been slain.
Zahar kommer bort.
Double kill.
De er døde, bror.
Plating will soon
Det var
fall.
fint, det.
Ta med Even, bror. Jeg går topp.
Ok, ferdig.
I mean, du kan jo diffuse at Malzahar skal...
Malza
Ja,
fortsatte å
ja.
komme.
Mm.
Han hadde
Ja,
vært
bror,
guttene.
jeg døde
Ja.
for 7 sekunder siden, bror. Du kunne ikke tippe da? Da hadde vi ganget meg. Nei, det var på cola. Vi skal sjekke replay.
Oh, dude, actually, jeg sier deg, hvis du sjekker replay, du skal se jeg hadde en bra grunn.
Nei, jeg skal ikke sjekke.
Ferdig.
Jax kan stå nærmere 100%.
Se på det var ikke, han var ikke her.
Har Jax mid?
Bløp, 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 bløp.
Jeg så det. Skal du topp, eller?
Oi, jeg skal gå topp, ok?
Kan gå topp.
The sine of 2a times the sine of b minus c times x plus the sine of 2b times the sine of c minus a times y plus the sine of 2c plus the sine of a minus b times x equals 0. Yeah?
Ah, boys, help! Help! No, Lilia!
Skal jeg komme? Fighter vi, eller skal vi...
De vil Herald.
Ja, men vi fighter.
Jeg sier dere for fight Herald. Jeg la dem ta den nå. Where is my things? Lakers. Chin 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 chin.
Nice!
Quadra kill. Shut down.
My frontlander. Bare husk, de kunne ikke damage meg på grunn av deg, bror.
An enemy has been slain.
Du enabler min damage.
Nice fight, ass.
Det var helt 2-man knock-up, bror.
Mm.
Holy.
Your team has destroyed a
Han
turret.
tror han vinner! Åh, 100.
I like this virtual reality, especially its lack of network security.
En 4. En til 4 Atlas, 100 CS, 2 turrets. Han vil ha popper opp, bror.
Has been slain.
Kunne vært EDG-sign, eller?
Og de går Drake.
All around us.
Hey,
Nei,
jeg sa
de skal
jeg
begynne
har
å være
en-
til like Chimkin sign, bror.
De gjør den.
Ja da. Jeg kommer, men jeg har ikke ult før om 25 timer.
Ally has been slain.
Skal jeg bare gå?
Jeg vil gi Lilia død i Nami død. Skal jeg skrive vibe her?
Can't believe this whole thing is procedurally generated.
Ok. Okay.
Jasmine.
Yeah, Jax borde gå med en free kill.
Ally has been slain.
Så generösa fan.
Hey everyone, we are Zoe, and we are gonna hack them.
Jag passar, jag har Velvet kommer.
This whole reality.
Gutta, ta. Vi behöver ta topp.
Jeg er på vei.
Da må noen mid da.
We're gonna space table the
Ja, du kan,
override with a
du pusher topp, du kan
Ja,
ta
kan.
mid wave som kommer.
Tror Nami er AFK, men...
Those are real words.
Nei, hun tar hyper til meg.
Ja.
Bare lang gå, bare lang gå. Vi har ikke ult på edge.
Ja, TP om shit skjer. Bare overlev til min TP. Jeg kommer. Ja, fett. Jeg sier vi gjør den, gutta. Siden Nami er yes. Oh, my bad.
I've many a limb to lend. Your turret has been restored. An enemy has been slain.
Sheesh, my team got me. Turret? For tier 2? Kanskje?
Nice.
Jin.
Inside the system.
Dette går bra med dere. Det går bra med dere.
Ja, det går bra.
Ok.
Men tier 1? Litt pain? Hvem er litt pain? Det er ikke nok. Det er ikke nok.
Jeg er med.
This virtual reality is so lifelike. I wonder if anyone's in chat.
Okay, good boys. No Mountain Drake.
Morten. Mila tar vel enda mer tanky. Med Morten.
Jeg skal ta blue, og så kommer jeg. Jupp.
Totally should have put this place in hibernation.
Jesus, bro, de har null vision.
They didn't.
Ja, de prøver ikke engang. Jin prøver. Vent, patience.
Nice.
Trenger ikke jungle når du har red white Aphelios før.
Push mid.
La de ta topp, bror. Who cares? La oss se på Blitz og Jax.
I guess jeg kan gå bort den. Jeg bare tenkte en bort den. Så.
Your team has destroyed a turret.
Hei, de får ikke være topp, bare først, bror. Who cares?
Ja. Fordi vi kommer til å få... Så jeg får denne waven her, vi kan få 2 inner turrets.
Your turret has been destroyed.
Ok, nå må gå topp, bror. Da er lilla gikk.
Wow. Never mind.
An enemy has been slain.
Good job, boys.
Hva var det, bror? Hva er det, bror? Hva er det her hvis det er et helt annet? Det er sånn at Abdi gjør hooks når jeg sier, bror, du aimer ikke på han engang. Amen.
Push it. Kan Baron nå opp om 10. Hvis vi pusher topp.
Milan! Hva er det? Så han ble redd.
Jeg sier vi tre kan mens folk har teamfight på topp. Ching.
Nice.
Nice boys.
The sine of 2a times the sine of b minus c times x plus the sine of 2b times the sine of c minus a times y plus the sine of 2c plus the sine of a minus b times x equals 0. Yeah, that's pretty.
Huge, bare rush topp. Boys. Help! Help! No! Why did you do this?
Can't see help. Jeg kommer. Han forlater meg, bror. Så dør han, bror. Jeg skal aldri hjelpe deg, bror.
Vi burde bare forstå pusher fra botsiden. I stedet for å komme.
Du skrek hjelp! Hvorfor kan jeg ikke bare pushe? Du burde forstå. Hjelp! Jeg kommer og hjelper, jeg dør. Ja. Jeg gjør meg angry. Jeg gjør meg veldig angry.
Kom. Jeg skal gjøre det mer klar neste gang til neste gang.
Skal jeg gjøre det? Skal jeg pushe meg mer klar instruction?
Ja.
Jeg kom for å redde.
Det går fint, gutta. Vi tar Baron. Vi tar Baron. Lilia, get the fuck out of here. Jeg vet ikke hva hun gjør.
Nei, hvorfor pusher du litt?
Hun overlever. Oh, shit. Nope, hun overlever ikke. Bare vi tar Baron.
Jeg tror ikke Bell vet det.
Jeg mener ikke Baron, hva faen sier jeg? Dragon? Vi tar Dragon. Vi tar Dragon, og så går vi bort. Alle tre av oss. Yes. Yes.
Vil jeg ta den på Apex? Masse også.
Så det er crazy E? Crazy E?
Ta Keimen. Å nei, det er one rule. Jeg vet ikke, damage min var litt for crazy.
Nice, boys. Nice. Nice clear.
Okay.
Vi tar turret. Huge. Jeg sleeper. Det er fint. Ok. Kan vi enten fight der, eller bare pushe topp? Jeg sier... Ok, Mila blir hoppa.
Så tenker jeg også at han vil damage.
Ok, det mest safe å gjøre er å liksom pushe topp, hjelpe Lilia med Jax. Bare fall back og så hjelpe Lilia med Jax. Hvis Lilia dør her. Nice. Kan vi catche noen bør?
Se på vår miniwave, hvor den går. Miniene våre er samme sted. Ja, det er kort. Det er bare å ta den her, og så...
Nice. Ja, bare pass på Blitzcrank. Hook. Det var fint, bare... Ok, det var Lilia skal pushe den her, men det var fint. Bare vent på minion wave. Okay, watch out. De har flertall, så vi kan bare la den første waven gå. Den vil bli hooked. Ok, jeg er redd for Blitzcrank.
Ja, snart full build, så...
Au.
Jeg fikk han prøvd.
GG. Vi bare vent, vi vant.
Jeg fikk han prøvd på.
Får vi ikke sånn achievement hvis vi tar alle inn?
Jeg brukte ikke abilities, jeg bare eide det.
Ja, det er bare galt. Well done, team! Well done! Good job.
For en victory stream. Hvem sin er det?
Ikke min, altså.
Er det en på laget sitt? Noen på laget? En silver lux. Det er jenteuniverset. Bare jentekarakterer. Og hun skrev Are you blind, bror? Silver 3, bror.
Jeg sier gå fra enemies til friends, altså. Enemies til lovers.
Wait, no, wait.
Oh my god. Bro, det looks for film.
La meg bytte lek, da. Siden vi hadde ikke er med support. Eller vil du jumpe med dem? Eller vil du ta?
Jeg kan gå sport.
Nei, bare...
Eller jeg kan gå...
Jeg har spilt litt mye ADC.
Si den kan gi meg hva som helst, men hvis den gir meg ADC, jeg tar ADC.
Du går på topp da, fordi det er priority. Eller jungle hvis jeg tar jungle og tar på priority, så hvis jeg tar top, du går for jungle. Mest sannsynlig. Hvis jeg tar jungle, går jeg på top. Jeg tar top.
Or no mastermind.
Du må jo på Viego, skjønner.
Har dere gjort Bondle?
Hva?
Bondle?
Her? Bone Needle Daily LOL Champion Guessy Game. Ok. Jeg samtykker, man. Du kan ta sjelen min og huset mitt og alle pengene mine.
Hvem tror dere det er?
Hva faen er det viser meg? Animation Q? Kar som spinner? Det er Zoe. Det er Zoe sin... Det er Zoe.
Sitter Zoe på et sverd?
What? Det er Gwen.
Er det Gwen? Ok, vet du hva Gwen? Jeg føler det er veldig...
Åh, jeg trodde at Zoe sin... Zoe sin hoppe...
Hva skjer med hodet hennes? Hva faen?
Ja, de viser Adol. Ok, gjør den for oktober, gutta. Den forrige, den som var i går.
Ok.
Hvem tror dere er? Oktober 26.
Jeg ser ikke noe.
Ja, du har ventet til det låd. Altså,
Lilja.
de hider den meshen. Lilja.
Oh shit, da var...
Nå går en tilbake.
Hvem faen er det, bror? Jeg vet hvem det er. Ok, det er ikke.
Hvis du feiler, du får neste animasjon til.
Jeg fant det, bror. Andre try, bror.
Åh, vent! Jeg har det. Shirley, det er Jelly sin! Jeg vet ikke hvorfor jeg gessa Malzahar først, altså.
Bror, gå på forrige bilen. Jeg har ikke gessa det, men hva faen er det, bror? Hva er det jeg ser på?
Er det bein? Er det Early? Nami! Trust, det er Nami.
Åh, det er Nami.
Nei, det var ikke Nami.
Det er Zeros, bror. Det er ikke Zeros som er det!
Det var ikke Early.
Det er ikke kart, det er... Jeg tappte, bror. Jeg brukte alle 3 gessene.
Jeg klarte noen å gessa det.
Gessa du Kartus?
Jeg gessa Kartus av siste.
Vent, det er ikke Kartus? Vent, du. Fuck, altså, hvem er det?
Bror, hvem er det? Bror, se på etter det også. Det er helt samme, med sånn 6 bein, bror. Hva faen er det her, bror?
Er det en sånn hale eller noe? Hvem ler
Bare
sånn?
guess,
Bare gjett igjen, Milad.
Man kan ikke bare gjette, man. At least det må være en educated guess. Jeg kan ikke gjøre random guess. Jeg har bare ett liv igjen.
Hva faen er dette her for noe? Åh, jo, jeg vet hva dette er! Uff. Adams klarte det oktober 23?
Det var Cassadin!
Jeg har ikke prøvd det nå.
Nei, jeg har gjort
Vi går på neste.
Det
er helt samme. Det er helt samme.
Nei, jeg skjønte det fra den siste animation-queuen.
Vent. Det er noe fra hånd.
Ja, han har sånn blade, men også... Når han danser, så
Vent,
kan han
jeg
sette
tror jeg har sett
ned
den
nesten stille.
dansen før. Hva?
Så staff. Jeg gir opp. Hva er det?
Hvem sin? Å, vent! Ja! Åh! Hva heter han jungleren? Han jeg spiller mye i. Jarvan?
Kartus?
Er det han?
Jarvan?
Ah,
Det er noe jeg tror.
Bro, første dansen minte meg av Nabalen. Vent, hvem har fått Cassidy? Jeg tror det betyr de har så kjole... Fuck, ass. Det er noe løst på hodet hans også.
Skal jeg gi dere en guess? Jeg mener hint? Oh shit. Ja, men det er en support.
Det er en support. Ok,
Ja.
jeg har det.
Jeg fant det. Siste drive. Det er Janet. Hvorfor virkelig det er sånn?
Hvem sa det?
La meg gjette Jan.
Men det Fonten hennes er crazy, jeg skal være
Ja,
ærlig.
hun er
Altså.
bad, ass.
Se på toppen, så virkelig det.
Ja, den siste.
Neste jeg vet 100%. Det er bare... Jeg vet om det. First driver.
Jeg vet også, mann. Altså. Jeg er så smart.
Oh shit, jeg klarte det også.
Chassis. De må ta beskjed. Åh,
Å, vent! Jeg vet! Jeg er så smart! Jeg er så smart!
Ja, du klarte det. Let's go.
hva faen er det? Hvorfor greier... Hvorfor går det greit til tårnet, altså? Karl har vinger og hale.
Få det kan gjøre, ass.
Jeg vet ikke, bror. Hva faen er det animasjonen det her, bror? Dårlig spill, bror.
Er du fortsatt stuck på han vingkaren?
Nei, selv ChatGPT vet ikke hva det er, bror.
Let's move to ChatGPT.
Ok, gutta. Du lokker inn.
det som skin.
Welcome to Summoner's Rift.
Jeg fikk den var hestek, så heldig med hestek.
30 seconds until minions spawn. Minions
Er det
have spawned.
snowballs? Eller? Skal jeg hitte?
Jeg hitter alle. Bro, jeg skal ganke dere så mye at dere skal bli lei av ganks, men...
Det er sånn du spiller.
Hun.
Hun er liksom hypergank.
Ass.
Jo, bror.
Nei.
Du skal AP farme.
Nei, ja.
What? Hvordan misser jeg min Q der? Wow.
Yep.
First blood. An ally has been slain.
Amount of Mosfars, ja, cool.
An ally has been slain.
But good. Cheese feels bad, man. Kanskje kommer han til å ta blue buff meg da. Og så bare på Malzahar. Se hvordan den patter. Ja. Og fikk min som en nunnedu. Det var veldig useful selv om du er behind. Oi, bro, I can't, bro.
Fine weather, isn't it?
An enemy has been slain. An ally has been slain.
Hvis dere Den bæsjer. Hvis dere putter papir på vannet, en liksom papirbare liksom før du bæsjer, du får ikke Poseidons kiss, men det bæsjer på tårn. Life hack.
Takk, Karl.
Han kan flashe deg huge. NT.
Han brukte flash, og han brukte ult.
Bro, det betyr neste gang du kommer hit, han er død, bro. Han liksom, bro, jeg kan det opp for oss. Fikk en hel blokk. Oh, ok, Milan. Straight lane gang. Han har ikke flash. Nice. Huge. That's what I'm talking about.
Diego! Oh my god! Den først Diego gikk mot
Jeg vet det.
Hun er low. Jeg sier du dobbeltver.
Diego er det.
Nå, selv om Diego er her, Leona er også her. Mila, vi trenger det.
Jeg har sett Warden nå. Ok, jeg må TP.
Nice. Men fikk vi Nidli også?
Namina.
Ja, fikk
Gwen protector henne.
Ingen av dere hadde Ward.
Totally should have put this place in hibernation. They didn't.
Nei, jeg kom for sent i kampen. By the time jeg var der, det var ferdig, man.
Jeg sa noen sett Warden, bror. Du kunne sett det her også, jeg hadde kommet.
Mila bomma. Jeg sa til deg dobbeltveien. Han bare, nah.
Ja, midt i grompen min, ekte bitch. Altså, jeg kom, og jeg fikk ikke noe engang.
Ja.
Han er dødelige farmen min og klager.
I hope so, but it's just my Smurf handle.
Ta meg, Mila.
Oh my days.
Vi kunne ha drept han. Det var fint.
Oh my god.
Dette her er ikke bra, gutta. Dette her er veldig ikke bra.
That was beautiful. All around the beautiful now. We can remake the world with.
Ok, Milad, jeg er heal. Bare W på karen, jeg healer deg.
Han blir ikke stunned av skjoldet hans.
Jo, sjekk. Jeg har alto, Han shielden hans er borte.
Hei.
Ser du? The combo, bro. The combo. Pluss jeg stunner han. Pluss jeg stunner han. Pluss jeg...
Nei, Danish ikke på. Kom hit.
Kommer, bror.
Nei, Danish er på dag. TP på den.
Fuck you, bror. TP på den my ass, bror.
Oh my
Gå inn,
god.
kommer, bror.
Nå, du TP er ikke på den.
Has been slain.
Jeg har ikke TP.
Nå, du sa ikke det.
Der ser du meg. I am so ready, bro. Nei, jeg traff ikke med Q. Du har det, bro. Jeg har stønn om to. Fuck, feil vei.
Du var ikke i nærheten engang. Karen er her.
Jeg trodde han skulle gå opp, mann. Hei, Hva er det denne lille bia her gjør med min wave, mann?
Ja, det går.
Gutta, hjelp! Denne bia her vil drepe meg!
Takk, gutta.
Bare hyggelig.
Ok, gutta, rest in peace, mid, ass. Mid er lost. Mid lost.
Ally has been slain. Turret has been destroyed. Your turret has been
Bare
destroyed.
for deg, jeg kan stoppe den.
Du gjorde det med vilje, bro. Du gjorde det med vilje.
Oh! Men jeg stopper backen.
Jeg skal stoppe backen hans, Carl. Det er mine minions. Jeg så deg gå litt til venstre, bro. Du prøvde ikke å unngå dem en gang, bro.
Men, fortell meg, stoppet jeg backen hans eller ikke? Hva har vært mer?
Du stoppet det ikke, bro.
Jo, jeg stoppet backen hans! Nå, se karen her prøver å si jeg stoppet ikke backen hans. Ikke sant? Jeg lot deg drepe han 2 ganger for free også, mann, med gangsangene.
Kom,
skal ikke få noe i return?
La oss double gank på den.
Der høres det ut som en plan.
Fuck.
Gutta, se mid, bro.
Det går fint. Det går fint.
Du er så retarded. Det finnes ikke ord til å beskrive det.
Oh, shit. Milad, du har meg? Å, Milad, han er død. Det går fint. Jeg tror du har han, bro. Nice.
An enemy has been slain. Your turret has been destroyed.
Ok, Milad. Er du klar? Dive. Keep tanking.
Hva mener du? Jeg var sånn Se, jeg healer til full, jeg kommer. Ikke gå!
Sorry, Milad. I fucked around and found out, ass. Jeg skal være ærlig.
Oh my, ekte bitch ass, man.
De har meg Mikata Ackerman.
Hva er det der, man?
Turret plating will fall soon.
Diego, vi har grip. Så han prøver på en...
Hun har ikke.
Tror de...
Milad, du har oss. Du har oss.
Hvor er de?
Keep going.
Hvor er de?
Der, vi fant dem. Milad, roll.
Jeg slår han.
Huge.
Killing spree. Killing spree.
I thought my VR rig wasn't working, but this is pretty
Å, Milad, du har henne. Om du drifter dette her, du får en kill. I'm so bad at the game. I'm so fucking bad at the game. Jeg kunne ha drept henne. Uten å dø.
been slain. An ally has been slain.
Bara gå mid. Ah, just det.
Okay, you're in.
Oh, en juicy liten rotte, mann. Jeg skal komme til han, brann. Han trodde man.
Abba!
Yeah. Thank you. Mila, hvis du går på Malta her, dere vinner. Dere vinner. Bare gå på Malta. Fokus Malta. Nice.
Team has destroyed a turret.
Chop,
An
chop.
enemy has been slain. An enemy has been slain.
Bro, I live for this clown fiesta.
Has
Yes.
destroyed a turret.
Live for these clown fiestas.
A times the sine of B minus C times X plus the sine of 2B times the sine of A minus A times Y plus the sine of 2C plus the sine
Hva betyr det?
Er prosenter, men.
Kanskje det er cheat, så kanskje det er cheat.
Fordi jeg har så farlig snowballs, ikke sant?
Tror du cheater nå?
Jeg skrev chatbull. De tror jeg skrev noe racist.
Killing spree.
Nice.
Min blue. Mila, start Herald? Nice, nice. Ok, denne gangen vi skal ikke jobbe en bot turret for en Herald. Jeg kommer bot.
I'm gonna have a government later. But first, jump up!
Boys, mayday bot!
Jeg
Mayday
ikke
bot!
er så det.
Abba, mayday bot. Jeg kommer, men. Jeg er der nesten.
Så som i Clash, ikke sant?
Ja.
Fuck. Det var så bra.
Vent, Mazahar er der. Vent, la meg vise han prosenten.
Han har ult, men hvis han ulter, han er død.
Prosent! Oh my god.
Prosenter, gutta, prosenter! Drep den! Mila, drep henne med prosenter!
Nei, det var insane
Dobbelt
prosent.
dobbelt.
Holy moly. Ja, 2 sekunder.
Den er der.
Livet er herlig. Prosent!
Sett vårt. Det er fint.
Prosenter, mann! Prosenter, drink, Mila, drink! Bro, med din Q-smite, Mila, ingen kan outsmite deg, mann.
Ok.
Til og med når du prøver, du bare Q-smite, du vinner.
Ja.
Nice.
På tide å vise Twitch-prosent.
Han kommer til å bli synlig og gå der, så jeg går dit. Se. Jeg er reada.
Has been destroyed.
Jeg skal finne han. Bare chase it.
Hey everyone, we are Zoe.
Never mind.
Han gikk her, altså.
Ja, han er her et sted. Inni her.
Shut down.
Typ. Gunnar har ikke prosent, altså.
hammer? Når skal du bruke det? bror?
Den kommer man ikke tenkt
Ja,
på.
det er ganske lenge, bror. Jeg ser noen ting her, bror.
What's your name?
Vi har den der.
Jeg sier kaste topper.
Topp. Vet du hva?
Å, det er litt, det er ikke vits, bror. Det er vits.
Men hva er bare at du kan bot eller topp?
Dette kan være
Vi
bot.
kunne
Det
kaste
var
toppen
fint
på
når
Fortnite.
vi gjør. Ja, vi gjør det.
Du får en hint om det,
Mhm.
så dere kaster en topp. Greit, skal kaste den. Det gjør det, ok.
An enemy
Jeg bare så det, jeg så ikke på om du gjorde animation.
An enemy has been slain.
Kommer, jeg kommer. Jeg er så ready, man. Men resetter den hvis den her dør.
Ja, ja.
Ja, den gjør det.
Den gjør det. Nei, Mila, du hadde... Get me out, bro. Ok, gutta, Jetman, det er ingenting å gjøre her. Først mid, eller...
Klarer du det, Sven?
Jeg vinner, bror. Da mener du klarer det.
Ja, det er overfarten av Gwendolyn.
Your team has destroyed a turret.
Tuskjære, han kan ulte oss for å løpe. Tuskjære, han er sin.
Jeg vinner, gutta. Hva mener du klarer å jette? Ja. Kom, gutta, hjelp meg med denne turreten her.
Tror du VG er her?
Nice.
VG kommer til deg, Daniel.
Has destroyed a
Totally
turret.
should have put this.
Fint. Den har ikke noe push for en til, altså. Sent.
Snova.
Ja, dette her ser ikke bra ut. I can't lie.
Let me see this guy.
Meanwhile, my team, bro. Pushing top lane. Gutta, bare push mid, man.
Shut down.
Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. Oi, my oi.
Jeg tenker å lage bort ikke døde, bror.
Ikke sant?
Tenk å bra mye med cancela backen hans, bror. Nei, man.
Noobs on my team, ass.
Tenk du det blir karma, bror, blir kjent. Som skjer, bror. Du kaller oss.
La meg... Skal finne kvoten.
Stor Frozen har bare recommended, eller kjøpte du den selv?
Jeg tror den var recommended.
Ja, fuck det, for det er insane buy mot Viego, Twitch og Gwen.
Nei, jeg tror jeg fant den selv.
We are surrounded by noobs.
An enemy has been slain.
An enemy has been slain. Enemy has been
Ally has been slain.
Beautiful
Er
man.
TP nå?
Has been slain.
Hva er det jeg TP på? TP nå. Nice, gutta boys, nice.
Double kill.
Det er Otto.
Jeg ble ute.
Nei, jeg ble Otto.
Er du retarded?
Hva mener du? Hvorfor fikk ikke jeg kua han? Nei, det er jeg som ble Otto. Det er jeg som ble Otto.
Det står her, bror. Det er det grønt.
Oh my god, bro, what am I watching?
Det var jeg!
Nei, hvorfor står det sånn her?
Det var jeg! Det står på meg! Det står på meg!
Vi skal sjekke replay, vi skal sjekke replay. I don't care. Vi skal
Å, han var live, jeg kunne ikke gjøre
my life,
det. Jævlig.
oh my life, han.
Nei, han var
Du ble
live.
mentally utdatert. Du ble mentally utdattet.
Nei.
Du bare trodde du ble utdattet. Du fikk at
Ah. Nei, det var sånn 5 sekunder, jeg kunne ikke knive ham. Etterpå jeg ser du bare står der, jeg tenker det, han ble da voldtatt, og så var det.
Det heter cooldown, bro. Derfor jeg ikke kunne gjøre det.
Nei, jeg er 100% kun min valg.
Capstar. Bare se, den som ikke ulta, han skal si aim.
Boys, vi har no flash.
No flash?
Vi har no flash. Vi har no flash, vi har no ult.
Say less. Say less. Say less.
Vi... Actually, ja, malza. Sånn, nå Viego. Nice. Og så tatt den til pin her.
Se hva som kommer. Hva er det så fast, bro?
We're gonna space handle the
Følg med.
Push mid.
Da Baron.
Ok, når dere er så nærme, bare ta en hips.
Shut up.
Du er død, Mila, du er død, vi har ikke smite for deg.
Viego er død også! De har ikke jungler.
Nei, jeg er
Ok,
ute av
de
maten.
er nære gjør det, man. Vi får turret. Da, it doesn't matter what we do, as long as we do it as a team. Bare husk. Fordi... Tre folk gjør halvparten av en plan, mens 2 andre folk gjør halvparten av en annen plan. Det er verre. Det er bedre at... Ok. Jeg hjelper litt på meg. Good job, boys. Jeg er så stolt av dere.
Nå, at least jeg kunne la ballen min treffe.
An ally has been slain.
Hvorfor lot du for?
Your team has destroyed an
Bro, du bør.
Du lot ikke ballen.
Shut up, bro.
Amelia, vet du hva jeg sier? Jeg sier du går og solo Baron, man.
Jeg tror det var sånn Baron.
Ja, kom bro. Jeg sier du går og solo Baron, man.
Jeg skal gå og spille på, altså.
My team, bro. My team. Good job, boys.
Jeg går og tar Baron.
Jeg er stolt av dere. Jeg trodde dere actually ville dø, men jeg var en doubter. Jeg var en hater, men dere prova meg wrong, men ikke Junara, hun prova meg ikke wrong, altså. Ok, vi kan gå Baron, man.
Jeg visste at Twitch kom, og jeg visste at hvis jeg hadde blitt, ja, han hadde bare fått
Aim.
Vi har bare Q han for heal.
Jeg kuer.
Bro, det er damage! Bro, 4000 HP har Scuttle Om du brukte de 4000 HP'ene på denne Baron her, vi
Hvor
hadde
mye
tatt
liv
den
hadde jeg?
på
Hvor mye liv hadde jeg?
Du healer fra
mye
den!
liv har jeg
Du
nå?
healer fra den også, bro! Bare smite. Ok, Mila, bare Q-smite, og så bare vinner vi.
Hvor mye damage gjør kuren på?
Du kan hover over det, så kan du telle. Good job, boys. Good job. Jeg er stolt av dere. Jeg er så stolt av dere.
Så, 30 sekunder.
Nå så, ja.
Jeg kommer tilbake hvis jeg skal kjøpe den.
Bare bli, det går bra.
Jeg kan TP, men jeg...
Bare bli i butikken så lenge du vil. Og vi dør såpass. Jeg hadde også kjøpt.
Egentlig om jeg får... Hvis jeg venter der noen 20 sekunder, jeg får en grå vei.
Ja.
Kan noen sjekke den busken? Ja.
Det er veldig mye.
Boys, drag. Ok, etter 1 mil. Vi kan bare gå straight til inhiben deres, mann. De har ikke turrets engang.
Nei, jeg kan kjøpe en item, mann.
Of course, of course. Rest in peace, Yunara. Rest in peace, Yunara.
Killer LS.
Gutta Twitch missing. Bare på Twitch. Jeg traff noen.
Ja, Lucas.
Jeg vant Twitch! Fucking hell, bro. Han ulta meg i det minste. Twitch bak, Twitch bak.
Veldig snart.
Nice. Nice. Quadra, quadra. Penta, penta. Penta deny. Mila.
Husker du ballen?
Jeg skal gjøre det her. Følg med. Gå, gå, gå.
GG's. Hei, den som joiner akkurat
Nei, vi
disse.
må finne hvem med hans ult.
Gjett hva, jeg er faktisk curious.
Hvem ulta med hans?
Vi skal finne ut i dag. Lukas, vi begge sto opp hverandre. Mal ulta en oss, men begge sier han ulta oss. Vi vet ikke hvem han ulta brun, for begge står stille. Men sier han ulta meg.
Nei! Og Pilk han ulta meg, fordi jeg kunne ikke tue.
Jeg tror du bare ble med til.
Men det kan jo
Altså,
bare bli
det sier jeg at-
silenced.
Så si at noen ble ulta, du bare slipper ikke
Ja,
kjapt.
han
Bare
som
bro,
ikke-
jeg ble
Han
ulta.
som ikke ble ulta, bare stod der, bror. Hvor var det, bror?
Nei, screenshot. Bro,
Å,
det
ja,
kan
sant,
hende
sant,
sånne
sant,
tamper
sant.
med evidence, men mens vi ikke ser.
Jeg har skiftet target.
Ikke
Ja,
sant?
med AI overlay, man. Sånn der AI-show i de andre gang.
Ser dere?
Ja. Vent. Nei,
Jeg
jeg
husker
holder
ikke
den.
jeg husker ikke hvor det var, da.
Og jeg ser.
Drepte vi Mats?
Han drepte oss begge, tror jeg.
Han drepte oss begge, ja, sant.
Ja.
Når var det
Ja,
Shield
ja,
Break
jeg så
Fight?
det. Der. Den var litt før. Ja, litt før.
Det er det. Han er på meg! Det står suppressed, det står suppressed, det står suppressed. Du var silent.
Jeg ble silenced, ja.
Kun har silenced av deg. Jeg ble
Ah.
ikke bruke Q.
Ei, jeg kunne ikke gjøre noe, da. Jeg kunne ikke bruke ability point.
Det er sant, bro. Helt sant.
Se. Grunnen jeg sa jeg ble ulta, fordi jeg prøvde å kue han, men det skjedde ingenting. Ei.
Nei,
Nå?
Amy.
Nei, ei, med.
Amen.
Silence og suppress for å confuse hele laget.
Ja, det er bra.
Last ikke, bror. Nei, jeg må gå og draft. har sånn on pill kan bli ulta.
Med Jokilken sin mann.
Hva da?
On pill du blir ulta av han som det var det du sa. Det var det jeg hørte.
Nei, når sa jeg det?
Sa han det, gutt?
Har du proof?
Nei, jeg har ikke proof. Jeg har 2 vitner, bror. Jeg har 2 vitner.
Nei.
Nikita, kan du confirme?
Jeg kan confirme, ass.
Ja da, vent, hva er det du kan confirm?
On pill kan bli
At du
ulta.
sa
Da! Vent, Nikita sa han ble ulta.
at du sa det. Lukas,
Nei, han sa at han sa det.
Lukas, var det sant?
At du blir suppressed?
Nei, at Mila sa on pill kan bli ulta av han.
Sa jeg? Nei, jeg sa ikke det.
Jeg var ikke her, det kan ikke vite.
Ikke sant?
Ja, en vitne.
Det var bare Nikita. Det var han.
Hvor pikka du Yumi, bror?
Jeg føler low-key jeg hadde vært en grov jubel. Jeg må prøve nå.
Well, onto something. Man.
Bro, jeg visste ikke jeg har Yumi skinny. Ok.
Gå Ignite, da, bror.
I
Ignite.
teach you.
Det er så.
Ignite. Exhaust. Ok. Er det bra? Nei.
Jo, du kan gå Ignite, faktisk. Trenger ikke heal.
Ok.
Flash på Sivir. Skal gå fast. Ikke alt, ikke ghost. Løper om ned.
Bare tenk på det. Siden min mobility er Mila sin mobility. Hvis jeg er ghost, vi begge blir ghost, skjønner du?
True. Ja.
Så det er ghost ganger 2, fordi Mila det også får motion, for han er inni meg. Folk skjønner ikke min hode, bror. Noen ganger jeg skjønner ikke selv, bror.
Great. I needed this.
Så jeg er shield hero, bror.
Kom, Jonah. Oh.
Mohammed, hva skjer?
Mohammed.
Nothing
Bro,
left.
jobb skjedde, bro. Fuck. No, fuck. I morgen jeg skal være på skolen hele dagen og se
You're a
meg
learning
catch up.
opportunity.
Vi har hjemmeeksamen som skal leveres 7. november, og hvor mange points har jeg bak? Liksom, nå, actually?
Jeg sier du spiller league, bror.
Facts? Det går gøy, du skal spille league med oss.
Yay.
Minions have spawned.
Kanskje øyne flere med Nikita, jeg liker.
Oh, yes.
For der du kan få PB-stream.
Jeg er glad du brukte opp mana, bror. Føler jeg. Jeg er glad du
Nei,
brukte mana før lyden.
jeg legit får det
Og der
tilbake
er-
før vi er i waven en gang, man.
La oss se da, bror.
Se den.
This world is
Det er
free.
noe han, du har ikke tilbake.
Defending.
Jo.
Du har ikke full mana, jeg ser det, bror.
Vent, hvordan får jeg ormen mine på meg? Jeg er kue... Hva var det den man jeg hittet?
Wow, bror. Du kan gå ut og attacke, bror.
Nei. Du tror jeg orker som en Yumi å gå ut av det?
Harry.
Du må det, da.
Ravage.
Han skal aldri gå ut av meg, bror.
Jeg skal aldri gå ut.
Ja, du kan i hvert fall hitte dette. Ikke waste
Dette
mana,
er bare
bror.
shield, eller healer du har?
Jeg vet faktisk ikke.
La meg lese. Du får shield,
Jeg tror på attack speed også.
attack speed, og Move speed. Ok, jeg hadde skillet det der om jeg ikke leste ting. Ok, neste gang noen skal treffe deg, ja.
Not all who wander are lost.
Mm.
False.
Jeg skal dodge, bror. Jeg trodde, bror.
Nothing like a fresh patch of earth to clear the
Nei, ja,
head.
ok.
Se hvor mye damage de tok, bror.
Mm.
De har tatt enda mer, hadde hitta seg. Jeg dodger. Of course, bror. De har ikke hittet en eneste, bror. Kul. Du blir sikkert flamet av duoen sin. Akkurat som jeg flamer deg, bror. Kan du hitte kø, eller?
Ja, du flamer ikke meg, men.
I know all of this
Girl.
will
Den
lead
tøy.
one day.
Jeg kan ikke også ikke være i busken. Stakkars.
Ja, come on. Nei, Loki, jeg må gå ut en gang. Ok.
Will you staying in one place?
Hvorfor er han her?
Alle sammen er her, altså.
Girls with
Hvorfor er det flest ikke på
Nei, jeg har ikke
krabben?
mana, bare så vet du noe.
Åh,
Det går bra, man. Se, se. Så
Fucking
kul meg. Jeg skal heale.
jumped oss.
ja, what the fuck? Hvorfor var det der?
Så du.
Jeg svarer.
Top lane, mid lane. Wait.
Jo, det var...
Hva skjedde? Jeg
Top
trodde
mid
alle skulle
og
hitte.
jungle.
to little
Nei, hva var
Det
jeg?
var topp,
the
Jeg
wolf
trodde alle
mid
skulle
og... Det var det.
Ja, da. Actually, fucking cannon. Du vil ha skottelkraft, så heter du.
Det er tydeligvis.
great wheel.
Vi ser om bøtten skal du være bøtten.
Woo! Choices. Those are my only true possessions.
Bomba her. Ja, nei, den traff. Vi trader spillere.
I have found my quarry.
Tenk at botlane backer når dragen etter å spawner.
Det er først. Se på botten. Jeg lover deg at dem spotter den også.
Hva jeg hører, bror.
Ingenting da. Bare
Ja, vi skal ta Dragon med one HP, eller? Ja, men vi skal ta den med one HP. Vi skal dø i Dragon Fight.
I'm the rock the river
Jeg føler
cannot
du
wash
vil
away.
at uansett når du vil jumpe en jumper, bro.
Er du dum, eller? Jeg har Yumi. Ser ikke katten eller karen sin. Vil jeg sånn?
Yumi, bro, Yumi er dope shit, bro.
Nei.
Det er cat shit, bror.
Å,
Get it
men
right.
Soraka er en bedre versjon av Yumi.
Jeg vil at du viser den. Jeg vil at
Watch fan.
Jeg ser
Skal helt ærlig, jeg går topp, bro. Jeg er faen i dragen. De kan...
Hvor er vi tar den?
Stav han Raptorsen din, ja?
Ja, det gjør han. Helt riktig.
Jeg kommer, boys.
Jeg har ikke 5 sekunder.
Time
Det
to
får
get
ta deg.
going.
Med ditt slow, bror, så du. De slow
Han lager han ikke tom.
Bro, det er insane combo.
Så
Ja, ta...
Nå.
Ja,
Er
det er...
det
Horizon.
true damage
On the
Ekko?
ground.
Da kan den komme ut. Jo, hvorfor er alle her?
Hva er det der, bror?
Amumu.
kan...
Jeg kommer, gutta, jeg kommer.
Jeg
kommer, gutta.
Da får du.
Beklager, gutta, det der var...
Ja, ok, de kittet du.
Jeg kukka, boys! Jeg kukka! Uff.
Den tok min egen med en gang, ok. Holy.
Er true damage Ekko da? Bare fucking break out true damage Ekko.
Skinnet, ja. Det er breakout true damage skinnet.
Det som er missing er Oriana.
Hva er forskjellen mellom det og vanlig true damage skinnet?
Jeg får sound effects. Du hører musikken, I guess.
Det er vanlig true damage Ekko. Det er derfor jeg er så
Flies
confused,
against
det.
the wind.
Ok, da er det ikke.
Ah, what the fuck?
Spør
Det har
Ryan.
noen...
0.5% drop rate.
Da andre visual got det, men jeg vet ikke hva det er. Jeg eier bare skinnet, så jeg vet ikke hva...
Du får en new recall, new ammunition, en new S... Nei, men det som er at jeg vet ikke om det er...
Nei, du glemte meg!
Det er bare kompert til gammel recall. I don't know, man. Same, but different.
Nei, jeg fikk den på 1-2, så jeg blir ikke så... Jeg bare spiller den.
Det er litt enn det.
Det er ganske sånn. Uff, WADC?
Ikke sant?
Er det en av de gacha-skins?
Mid.
Dette er gacha skin.
Ja, hvorfor reseller de samme skin?
For de er... Hvorfor de er grådige, da? Og de vet de selger.
Det er mindre development time, pluss du tjener mer penger.
Tenk, du bare reseller skin, alle kjøper det, bro. Profit. Du brukte ingenting.
Hvorfor lage nye skins som vi kan bare ha samme om igjen, man?
Hvordan traff ikke det?
Det var varmt her.
The earth hides many secrets.
Så du hadde den skulle gå med etter jeg gikk ned. Så bumerangen også følger etter meg ned, skjønner du.
Ariana på Grubs også.
Det er vanskelig å kapere
If at first you don't succeed, throw another
altså
rock.
når han...
A tribe without tradition is a flock without a shepherd.
For Grubs, I guess.
The ground's a bit unstable here.
Oh. Yeah.
Fresh stone for a fresh start.
Deilig, det. What are the mini work? Nå skal jeg hoppe på den. Please her oppe. Please.
Need to break some new ground. Literally.
Du er på Essence River.
What I need is some
Jeg har
fresh
unlimited
material.
mana. Og vi kan pushe så mye vi vil, bror.
Kanskje backwards.
This world is a tapestry of our own making.
Damn you, mutual cover.
Thou just at the
The Great Weaver
Well
says
met.
every lesson is a gift.
Jeg får over det.
Du må ha til takke, bror.
Every pebble holds infinite potential. I must push myself harder next time.
Pass på Oriana kommer. Pass på. Oriana kommer på.
Jeg kan ikke.
No choice is written
Men
in
jeg kan bli meg
stone.
rett, da vet jeg.
Never hurts to be prepared.
Vi bør først gjøre så han ikke får stacket.
Ja. Ikke det systemet for en av vårene her, ikke? Ja, men dette er det. Det kan komme med meg. Bare. Bare sorry.
Oh, damn. Det var mye mer enn jeg skjønte.
Jeg tror jeg skal drepe det.
True learning is just a stone's throw away. every stone my friend.
Det går bra. Han får ikke sett den pusher. De fikk gå i det. Du vinner bra fight, da.
Ja, mye mer der du vinner ikke clutch.
Ok, Nikita er det.
Men Nikita er altså, så kanskje. Nikita kommer i clutch. Han har ikke alt.
Jeg går på Nikita! Det kan jeg ikke gå på.
Du ble CC. Du ble CC.
Å, jeg er ikke på det! Jeg er på det.
Jo, jeg kommer. Jo, vi vinner. What? Hvorfor gikk ikke en? Hæ? What? Jeg fikk ikke trykket på. Oh?
We're so fucking alive.
Oi, takk. Jeg skal kjøpe nærkene.
Ja, vi tåler det der. Ja, du følte ikke mer?
Jeg var klart der, altså.
Ja, greit. Nei, jeg trykket E, og så var det en erase, så trykket jeg på den, så bare gikk jeg ikke på den. Så det gjør jeg ikke der.
Løttig, altså.
Jeg vet ikke hvorfor jeg ikke traff den, men det Jeg tok ikke dragen, det er det.
Thank you.
Det gikk Nash's first, I think.
Det er Journey.
Ja. Jeg spilte han sist.
Det gjør jeg,
så da gikk jeg...
Så middelen går du Lishbane, for du kjapper clear med henne.
As long as the desert blooms, there is hope.
Men det går Lishbane til greit, så det er sånn greit. Da er det fucking spampinger. Det blir sånn red buffene.
En Darius taper mot en Aatrox.
Han har...
Orianna missing.
Gå, jeg er... Holy shit, dude! Hæ? Så går han ikke på han? What the fuck?
Ser du way til det?
Bro, hva er han fyren driver med, dude?
Jeg synes det går.
Bro, jeg pinger, og så bare er han under tårnet.
Oh, good. Just what I need.
Jeg var så klar for Aatrox til å bare kjøre rundt på det, altså.
Bro, se på itemen, så hadde du ikke ditt. Jeg hadde vunnet fighten hver gang, du. Det er no way han har
Han har 3 leveler over det.
no way han har vunnet.
Can't squeeze much more from this stone.
No care.
Ja, jeg har alt. Det er bare...
Ja, det er liksom... Jeg vet ikke om du kommer til å dø, men... Men det er liksom drittræg, liksom.
Nå, hvis han har Thunder Sky, da tror jeg han gjør det. Da tømmer det.
Det er AIDS. Han har like mange kill som
Hard
enemy
work
til sammen.
polishes the roughest stone.
Jeg kommer, gutta, jeg kommer. Nice. Er det Raka også?
Jeg tar den waven som kommer.
Eller flashet hun gjennom veggen min?
Jeg bare gikk forbi den.
Ja. Ok, da var det my bad. Jeg trodde jeg fikk henne.
All in rock.
Jeg har ikke stein i tiden.
Oi, det er Nikita da gikk det
Ja,
der.
good chance.
I must finish my task.
Nikita kastet stein på deg, var det det du sa?
Time to make
Nei, jeg gikk opp hit, og så spånet steinen der i trynet mitt.
Åja.
Ikke gå bort.
Ok.
take this.
Jo, ja, gutta, jeg er her.
Wow, ok.
Ok, så jeg skulle si jeg er her, men det er død.
Så skjer når du ikke hører på oss.
Vil ha cannon.
Vil jeg ikke.
Vil ha cannons.
Det var en crazy flash på nice hell.
Ja, man fikk så mye der, bro. Ja, det er rollen.
An enemy has been slain.
Han trenger hjelp på... Han trenger et item under.
that 2B there is, så
Men jeg blir grief at det er noe. Jeg tar opp i precis det var nu.
Når han tar spampinga da, hadde du allerede drept han en gang, liksom.
Jeg hadde ikke drept han.
Det er bil.
Jo, han er på sitt andre kill nå.
Han var kill på han.
Ja, men liksom, når han satt spampinga der for en gang,
Ja, du blir ganket.
Når du trakk tab, så hadde han allerede drept han en gang.
Er du det, Milan? The movement?
Å? De lever.
De brukte alt på meg, bror. Så mange ults, bror. Jeg tar win, bror. Jeg er så grådig, bror.
Så bare,
Stedet kan gå.
det execute unfortunately.
Standing still is more dangerous than moving forward.
Bla bla bla, bla bla bla. Se hva du har gjort, Milan. Han hadde i hodet mitt.
Var det jeg som hentet det?
Du, randomly du bare sier bla bla bla. Jeg sitter og farmer bot, jeg hører bla bla bla.
Colors. Best to keep moving.
Ja, Gjør det? Oi.
And another.
Kom igjen.
Jeg kommer ikke på.
Akkurat der. Følger ikke. Jo, da kan vi ikke drepe meg.
If I stumble, I have the earth to catch me.
Killing spree.
Så du vil ha spillskill ut denne?
Rampage.
Jeg spillskill av ulten hennes, for hun trodde, bror.
Rebel Rouser. That could be a cool nickname.
Vi vinner, bror.
Jeg hørte bare en frivillig. Kanskje.
Interesting pattern.
Crazy smart.
Frick.
Jeg er litt drivende gutta, men jeg kan prøve.
The stone here is so beautiful.
Don't mind hvor ADC backer nå.
De tar den ikke, bror. Slapp av litt.
Vi skal ta det.
Bare ta turret. Straight er på vei, du rekker ikke.
The
Ja,
desert's
men
beauty lies
det er litt
beneath
risky.
the sand.
Ok, vi har trekken sammen med middag på Dragon.
Soraka topp, bror. Bare la ta den, bror. Det er...
Nå.
Your fire is nothing compared to the desert heat.
Thank you, Milad. I love you! Watch this.
Unstoppable.
Ja, da er det Milad.
Jeg som sier at det er
I'm in Danish.
Your team has destroyed a turret.
No, the minion!
Crazy TP, mann. Så mye value.
Jeg vet. Ja, det var fint.
De sier vi burde vært jungler, så det, Milo. Så du fort
Du starter med 3 items, så kan det være jungle.
Medium wave.
It is up to all of us to see beauty in the bare stone.
Han leter etter Raptor sine.
På edge du meg, man har det.
Can't be polished without a little friction.
Stopp en gang til, stopp en gang til. En gang til.
Easy.
Better safe than sorry.
Det som er rå, bror.
Every stone weaves a different story.
Bror, jeg trodde klonen hans var enemy team, bror.
Det er shit, jeg var
Sin trail, bror. Jeg trodde det var enemy, jeg ble dritredd.
The earth calls, and I must answer.
Han med Ori er i filmerne.
Da vil du se vekk.
Jeg tror vi kan
Prøver å
pakke
gjøre
opp Aatrox, men
Ori combo.
vent, han skulle hjelpe å pakke opp Aatrox.
Skal vi pakke opp Aatrox?
Ja, men
Ok, jeg er der. Jeg må først gå på det, da. Ja.
jeg lurte på om Danish hadde lyst til å komme og se det som han
Han
ikke
trykket. Look at det. Jeg tror ikke det er bra.
De kommer, de kommer.
Nei, det er lett.
Good job, good job.
Nice.
Soraka Mumu.
Jeg tar Raka også.
Du er alene, bare.
Han Mumu er
Det
der.
går fint.
Han Mumu er der, da.
Ok,
Det går fint.
La oss se, det går fint.
Skal bitch-assen her gjøre, men Q meg en gang til.
This world is frayed and in need of mending.
Oh, shit.
Ja, det er
Det er full liv.
Faen smart på noe reason, ass.
Should not carry.
Hva var det som dealet så mye damage?
Turret, bror.
Ja.
Jeg tok turret. Jeg tok
Da tror
2-3
jeg
turret.
1 minute. Ikke død, Danish.
Fuck Warden, man. Han skal se meg ta bot som en
Wonder
MTR.
are lost.
Ikke jeg tror han så meg ta den.
Alt det.
Jeg tok ikke Warden, bror. Jeg bare tok om bot.
Uff. Takker for munnen.
Snart. Hva er Aatrox her, bror?
Pass her. Danish, kunne du komme hit?
Hvorfor?
De
Der har
kan
vi.
catch folk
Ja, men vi
som
går
denne
Head.
faen her.
Ja, dere så langt ut screen.
These require a lot of vision.
Ja, men hold tilbake.
Den kan bare, det er ikke noe ord.
Hold back.
Ja, men er der? Nei, han er ikke det. Han er der.
Så langt i screen.
Der er han. Pass på, de skal gjøre Ori Amumu-kombo.
Ja. Men jo, se hvor
I
kjapt vi tar den
know
her.
all of this will lead me
Ja,
home
det er sant.
someday.
Nei, bare ta den. Fuck det.
Told you to
Er det ikke?
Ori er ikke det. Ori TP, ja.
Bare ta Drake, ta Drake.
Ja, vi er på den.
Ja, Mumu prøver å gjøre en stil.
Ok,
Nei,
neste
bro,
gang.
dere kunne se hvor han er. Alt meg.
Were you staying in one place?
De kommer.
Ok.
Ja, da jeg sier vi tar Baron.
Faktisk. Faktisk litt.
Hell yeah. Det er riktig play.
Det var det.
Ja. En til burde lage se på.
Ok, jeg tar ikke av Warden nå.
Ja, jeg sier ta warden.
Bro,
Jeg kan ulte inn. Jeg skal
De
ulte inn.
kommer, bror. De kommer.
Jeg ulter inn, gutta. Jeg ulter inn.
Victor, blokk dem ut!
Bro, hva blokket du? Jeg sier jeg...
Gjør noe da, bare trykk. Jeg tenker at det fucka Danner så hardt.
We will stand against it.
Da? Dere må velge, ass. Vil dere fighte, eller vil dere Baron, bro? Jeg er så confused. Fordi jeg trodde dere ville fighte, men nå liksom...
Ingen sa fight, bror. Det var bare du som... De sa bare de kommer. Jeg ulter. Karen ulta meg, bror. Jeg kan ikke hitte Baron.
Det er fint, dere kan hitte Baron nå. Smolder er topp, dere kan hitte Baron.
I have found my quarry.
Kom, boys. Vi vinner dette.
Vi vinner ikke noe, sier meg.
Jeg prøver det å holde, mann. Det er at du backer Baron blir ikke borte, mann. De kan fortsatt liksom pressure den.
Ja, den blir ikke borte. Jeg kommer tilbake, bror. Akkurat.
Ja, de vil ta den, bro.
De tar den ikke, bror.
I'm the rock, the river
Tar de den?
cannot
Nei, bror. Akkurat, bror. De tar den.
De var litt gode i spillet.
De får ikke her.
Yes.
Ja, dere vinner i kamp.
but my feet hold to solid ground.
Killing spree.
Cha-ching.
Shut up, bror. Du gjør ingenting, bror. De carried.
Make sure we win more games, man.
Sier Kai, så går botlane, mens Malte har tatt 2 turrets. Jeg vil ikke høre noe fra deg, bror. Det er worth it. Du mistet flammer. Det er worth it, gutta.
That's the spirit of League of Legends that I like. That I'm talking about.
Your eyes on the horizon and your feet on the ground.
Gutta, dere bare vant, ass. Nei, jeg får... Jeg må få litt gold også, mann.
Ja, jeg kan ikke bare veldig til deg.
Jeg kan få litt... La meg uppe KD-en min litt, mann, så det ser litt bedre ut.
No. Jeg kan ikke da drept meg.
La meg oppe KD-en min, la meg oppe KD-en.
Good job, gutta, good job. Dere spilte det bra. Easy, dette her er Mastery 4, bro.
Yo, jeg vil nesten like deg med skjønn. Huge.
La meg se. Okay, I'm ready.
Jeg skulle si hva jeg spurte, men jeg tenkte det er litt før. Er alle klare?
Yes!
Jeg hører ikke fra Emre. Det er en person jeg ikke hører fra, bror.
Alla.
Er du klar? Er du klar? Jeg hører Lukas, eller er det bare meg?
Nei, altså.
Er du klar?
Hva sa du?
Er du klar?
Ja, gå for det. Sorry.
Ser du? Jeg startet ikke, for jeg vet at jeg er
Jeg hadde gang med et trykk der. Ja, takk. Det var litt død.
Big boy note, bror.
Big boy note, gutta.
Vi skulle ha no aura band, bror.
Neste gang.
Big boy note, bror.
Liker du note?
Vi kan pikke note Samira, man. Dritbra kombo.
Mm.
Fordi hver gang du knocker opp, jeg kan skyte dem i lufta og holde dem opp i 1 sekund lenger.
Åh.
Og de knocker opp, og Q-en din, selv om den drag til som å knocke opp, skjønner. For de har ikke kode som bare dra og dytte, skjønner. Det er til som bare som knock opp.
Okay.
A clever fox is never caught.
Ok, nei, Milan. Ezreal kan E-Q-en din for å dodge den. Men gjett hva Ashe ikke kan. Du ser Ashe, du insta-hooker henne, men null mobility. Du all in it, men du fuck Ezma. Hva skal han gjøre Q-os? Bitches. Han kan ikke beskytte Ashe. De pikka Ashe into note, man. Du må vise deg hvorfor du aldri gjør det.
Vet du hva jeg er klar for?
Og siden du ikke har skin, Milan.
Jeg er klar for Ashe mid. Kjent support.
Ja da. Ok, la oss se.
Godt og heldig.
Hva tviler du på meg, bror?
Jeg hadde Ashe mid for 2 games siden, det er tilfellet.
Du så ikke kunne side?
Ja, hun, ja.
Jeg husker det.
At det var med det.
Jeg var der.
Sant, jeg ikke glemte at det var det.
Jeg kom på det, bare vent da. I can't say less.
And there's no coming back from that. And for the second time in 2 weeks, it is somehow related to Wild Rift. But just like it was during the ancient times of Wild Rift getting their own unique skin lines, once again there are certain League of Legends players who are getting mad. And that is all while Wild Rift is doing something that might help League of Legends tremendously. So as many of you may know from our last video on Wild Rift, the game is currently dealing with its 5th anniversary. As part of their ongoing streak, they greatly improved some old League designs. Specifically in the latest patch they got Vel'Koz, Rell and Nidalee. And that is after they already turned some ancient League blobs into decent champions. But this is not where the news end. Because as part of the mission, they also released a new song. This includes some story bits, which we will talk about in a moment. But also, they announced that they are working on a new champion that comes from outside of League of Legends. As in League BC, it is still champion from the Runeterra universe. Meaning that yes, Wild Rift is getting their own unique champions, which is amazing for a reason that most people ignore. Because under the hood, it is as if everything was encoded into Wild Rift just for the simple things. And I mean, speaking of coding, that's what today's sponsor can help you with. We've been here before. It's a familiar place. This is Good.dev. This video is sponsored by Good.dev. I like learning things. Specifically, if it is something creative that helps me make something for others to enjoy, that's right up my alley. And Good.dev helps with that tremendously. It helps you with creating things beyond your mortal comprehension. Good.dev is perhaps the best way to learn coding. From the classic C languages to the revered Python. And it does all of this in a really creative way. Here you are not reading through pages or sitting down and watching a tutorial video. Instead, you go onto an adventure and you slay hydras and giant crabs by fixing code. That's right, Good.dev turns the boring learning into an RPG adventure. One full of achievements, collecting loot, and leveling up. On your adventures, you may even ask the great wizard bear for help, which is your AI tutor that helps you understand the context of your problems. One newer feature is also the training grounds, which is an infinitely growing place of generated challenges, meaning there's always a way to practice. And why would you do such a thing? Well, backend development is still among the highest paying jobs in this industry, so Good.dev simply sticks to the door there. And all of this is available with a free demo, and after you stick around, there is a 30-day no questions asked refund policy. So go forth, slayer of digital trolls, and go to Good.dev and use my code NECRIS to get 20% off of your first year if you choose the annual plan. All the links will be in the description. Once again, many thanks to Good.dev for sponsoring this video, and now, let's talk about trolls in other universes. So, after a wave of updating old champions, Wild Rift 5th anniversary just kept going. As we mentioned, they also celebrated this with the live song, which is also partially of cinematics. And I'll be honest, while it is cool to see that all the dev videos and the trailers around Wild Rift are pulling up reasonable numbers, it is usually around the 100 to 150k, which is where we have to remember we are talking about the English YouTube channel. This game is far bigger than me. So I wonder what the Billy numbers look like. I mean, there is a 1 minute long trailer for a skin with 10 million views. I'm gonna assume Riot used this video for promotion on YouTube instead of an ad. But then the entire dev video with the 6.2 patch has 1 million views, so I don't know. The point is, despite the reach of the Wild Rift channel being fine, unbeknownst to most of the Western audience, Wild Rift is doing great. Which is one of the reasons why you might have noticed that Wild Rift is diving more and more into the League universe. As if they are actually interested in telling this universe's stories. One great example of this would be their own Ruination event, where in the game you could play a game mode where you fought Hecarim as Kalista before the Ruination happened. So continuing this lore trend, the Miss This Life video is also poking the lore a little bit. Now, while most of the cinematic action is about friendship and people playing video games on their phones, you can also see some story beats from the newly released champions in Wild Rift. For example, here's a quick shot of young Nidalee. And more importantly, who's this? Well, that is Rel. As to what Rel is doing here, you would know if you read the Ambessa book. Okay, so to be honest, this is a big story that I wanted to cover for a while, but it is kind of hard to cover an entire book as you keep the channel rolling. So in short, yes, Rel originally comes from Shurima. She was a reckoner in Noxus. She got picked up by Ambessa, and then she got kidnapped by the Black Rose, who pulled off some really twisted experiments on her, including LeBlanc burning a pyromancer sigil into her body. And here you can see a quick shot of that story. You can even see that she's trying to form the steed, which she eventually not only uses in combat, but at the end of the book she also uses it to escape the prison. After which, there's the scene referencing her escape. And on the other side, this video also kind of just shows us Nidalee, and that's it. She's likely hunting for something, but the video never shows us what. And that's the cinematic part of the celebration, which leads immediately into the next announcement, which is the biggest thing that was revealed so far. All of this came out in the 2-hour celebration stream. I'd like to keep this as a 10-minute long video. So during the stream, there was a lot of different interviews. They were talking about gameplay, about future patches, instead of balancing, but they also quickly talked about future champions. Specifically, there were some teasers pointing at chomping and eating, so it is possible that we are getting someone like a Trundle or Cho'Gath. But the far more interesting part is this one.
So I did also then want to tease out that we will have another new champion in the 7.0 patch, where it's going to be a new champion for the first time on the Rift. A champion making their first trip on the Rift. And I think rumor has it, I hear it's going to be a mage.
And this is where the fun begins. Or at least not yet, there is one more thing we have to talk about. It is kind of obvious who this champion is. They did reveal that Wild Rift is getting an original champion, who is also going to be a mage, and as they presented this champion, they showed a Bandit City portal in the background with some origami, which is something everyone's going to immediately recognize from Legend of Runeterra, as well as Bandit Veil. And of course, all of that related to Nora. So yes, Wild Rift is extremely likely getting Nora as their own unique champion, which is really cool for multiple separate reasons. With the coolest reason being that right now we know that League does have some good tech for porting stuff over from Wild Rift, and if League doesn't, we know DFT does, and their workflow for porting Wild Rift stuff is really good. Meaning that should Wild Rift release a new champion that is not in League that becomes very popular, even if it doesn't directly fit into one of League's seasons, because that's the only champions now, they can find an opportunity and port over a Wild Rift champion. Now sure, League doesn't really need new champions. There has been kind of a champion bloat for a while, but if you ignore that, which to be fair, that is kind of hard to do, there shouldn't be any harm to just having more champions. But the other big reason why this is cool is because now, with Wild Rift and League of Legends potentially releasing new champions, we get double the rate at which the League universe can expand. If League has its own way of pushing Runeterra forward, well now, Wild Rift can also chip in with their own method of pushing forward, which means we might get new bios for new champions that is all tied to the universe website, which is where we should not forget one more key aspect. Don't forget that both Wild Rift and League of Legends are under the League studio, which is, as far as we know, led by Meddler, meaning that there is always a good chance that these two games can collaborate. In fact, because these two are interconnected on the leadership level, why can't both keep updating the universe website and just make this universe massive? But on top of this, there is one more detail, because they don't call this a unique champion. They officially call it first Wild Rift champion. And the reason why they are using these words is because this is exactly what they call the skin lines in Wild Rift. They know that there is the potential that League might get the same skin line, but it might also not happen. So you know what? Nora is gonna be first Wild Rift. As to whether she's gonna actually appear in League, who knows? And that is also connected to one more thing. No matter what happens in Wild Rift, every time they get something unique, despite there being two totally different dev teams working on the two games, the League audience gets mad that a mobile version of League has something new. This has happened like 8 times so far, and it is one of the reasons why there were so many Wild Rift skins ported over into League. I'm looking at you, Seraphine, because people get especially mad when there is a skin line that is shared between Wild Rift and League of Legends, but Wild Rift gets one extra skin that is not present in League, despite League having like 8 extra skins. But going back to the champion, this then brings up the question, what could Wild Rift release? Because since Nora is all but confirmed to be their first champion, which technically even Wild Rift is not the first one to give Nora a form, we should all give TFT a big thank you. Who knows, maybe Wild Rift is porting over the TFT model. Anyway, with Nora being the character that was first really established in Legends of Runeterra, despite being in Yumi's lore, this kinda means that the expectation for Wild Rift is to just keep pumping over characters we know from this universe that are just not the champion yet. In other words, there is the potential that Wild Rift might bring in characters from Legends of Runeterra. For example, one of the most popular side characters in the League universe is Cytheria, but honestly, personally, I would also love to see someone like Ledrose, though design-wise he might clash with someone like Leona. But if you can dive into historic champions, why can't we bring in Jarvan III in his massive Warhammer-styled armor? Well, there it might be awkward to pick between Jarvan IV and the third, but that also made me realize Wild Rift doesn't have to stop at Legends of Runeterra. You know, Arcane had a lot of side characters. Why can't we get Savika as a champion, who already got her model, just like Nora in TFT? And what about Scar or Smeech, both of whom are also very much possible? You see, now, when you mention it like this, well, now the floodgates have opened. And now, there is a decently non-0% chance that Chip might be a champion.
Starshine makes everything better.
Alle. Nice.
Budget stuff.
They want to kill me or be me. Either way, it's kinda all about me.
Throughout the last few weeks, there has been an interesting chain of events that has unfolded. And surprisingly, given the context, it all happened independently from each other. With the main subject being the fact that all the games made by former writers are falling apart, and I don't know if it's because they left Riot, be it willingly or forcefully. And specifically, we are talking about 3 games made by 3 studios we talked about on this channel before, with all of these being kickstarted by former members of Riot Games, with the 3 games being Omega Strikers, Supervive, and Project Ghost, which you may remember as the one MMO that was made by the former lead of the Riot MMO. So yes, we once again found a way to talk about Riot MMO. But yeah, we are essentially doing a dive into all of these games, and we're gonna talk about where are they now, starting with Omega Strikers. Omega Strikers is a game that was made by Odyssey Interactive, the studio that was founded in 2020 by some very well-known former writers. And we're talking about people from both League of Legends and, at the time, Teamfight Tactics. Now, with the main focus of this game being sticky gameplay, I can tell you that game was good. When it comes to the raw gameplay, I liked it a lot, which is why I also played it a lot. It is essentially a football game combined with a fighting game, where you fight a lot of opponents to get them out of the way, but you also fight the ball to go. Now, this game honestly had a pretty good variety of characters with different abilities. You had characters that were all about the punching, not as much the kicking. You had characters that were all about blinking and dueling other defenders. Or you had people who were just really defensive, which made them really good goalies. My favorite was the girl with the rocket. That was a really good goalie, and she could leave her own goal to score. Yes, you could actually carry games as a goalie here. Now, the design of the characters was also pretty varied. There was a lot to choose from, and it had the classic battle pass with skins. I mean, this is a game made by former writers, so you would expect a free-to-play game with monetization. On top of this, to spice up the gameplay, there was also a pretty good variety of maps, where each map makes its goals challenging for different reasons. But the strongest point this game had was its launch event. This game poured a lot of its budget to make a tournament. As part of this tournament, they invited creators, me included, to invite their fans to simply play the game, which would earn you points, which would make you climb up a ladder. Whoever was the top of the ladder at the end of the tournament would be able to earn a portion of the game's profit from the first year. So yes, there was quite a bit of encouragement to make people play the game. And it actually worked well. So, marketing side, this was a success. The problem then is, everyone kinda slowly left. Yeah, I managed to witness it firsthand because I actually managed to get diamonds in the game. As I mentioned, I played it quite a bit. And so I can tell you, the reason why people left the game is not necessarily because it's a bad game. First of all, the genre is slightly niche. We are talking about a fighting game that is also a sports game. And how many sports games outside of FIFA or something are actually popular? I mean, even Rocket League, which might be the biggest niche sports game, is not mind-blowing. And so it is more likely that people simply left the game because of how gaming works now. These days, everyone has their main game, which is a live service, and it is really hard to rip those people away from their main game. And worst of all, it is really hard to play 2 live games as your main game. And so most people simply stick to their one live service game, and then they just play single-player games. So Omega Strikers simply couldn't rip away their own portion of their own players. And that also could be because over time, the game kind of got samey, and then despite the fact that yes, there were some roguelike elements in the middle of the game to spice it up, and they did have the different arenas, but overall, the game kind of felt the same. And so after talking about all of this, you can see that at its peak, this game had about 20,000 players. If you have a look at it now, we're talking about like 200-ish. And that is not enough to keep a live service game alive, which is why the studio tried to live it hard. And so looking at their roster of champions with their animations and abilities, they took Omega Strikers and they tried to turn it into Bite Breakers, which is a Super Smash Bros. Fighter. But unfortunately, even after they tested that one out publicly, the numbers weren't that great. And in fact, this level of a failure to capture a sports audience in gaming was so scary that other developers who were also making their own sports games at the time also tried to pivot away from this genre. That's how scary the situation was, because they had the massive marketing budget, and it didn't help. And so Omega Strikers, founded by some pretty great former writers, and that brings us to our second game, Supervive. Supervive is also a game we talked about on the channel before, multiple times, and compared to Omega Strikers, this game really had the kickoff it needed to start something great. Of course, this game was made by Theory Ground, which is a studio where you can find 2 people, both of which are really known former writers, Joe and Jess. Yes, both of these were also victims of some League of Legends memes in the past. Now, Supervive is a top-down Battle Royale hero game, and I'll have to say, this game has some great design elements. Not only is it visually quite good, but the gameplay has always been very smooth, the shooting and fusing abilities has always felt very satisfying, and the Battle Royale genre works quite well. But again, despite no obvious bad part of this game, it just kind of and again, that could be because currently live service gaming is brutal. And just like Omega Strikers, this game also launched with quite the marketing budget, and while its peak player count as a result was 50,000, we are currently looking at about 300 people, with the peaks of the days being about 800, which is honestly not that horrible. You can definitely use those numbers as a platform to start growing. But the issue is, this team tried to grow quite a few times in the past, and they just couldn't figure it out yet. yet. They tried some big changes in the past, for example, revamping how itemization and progression works. But even these risks didn't really do that much. And so very recently, we got a video from the team where they talked about what is happening and where the game is heading. And so first, Jess starts with...
Let's start off by addressing the elephant in the room. We had huge ambitions for Super Vital Punch, and we haven't yet found the success we were hoping for.
This immediately makes you think, so is the game slowly fading away? Well, the answer is no. It seems like the team is very stubborn and focusing on their pure passion, they just keep marching. Apparently, their 2.0 patch is coming, which apparently includes some quality of life changes, for example, letting people make their own queues. They are also revamping how boss fights work, and there's even a new Death Knight hero coming to the game. And they are also planning to do game modes. The reason for this is very obvious. By using game modes, you're opening yourself up to just try different things, which is how you can find a place to grow. Let's not pretend like this did not happen to League of Legends before. And so it is a pretty smart attempt at expanding. So who knows? Maybe in the future, Super 5 will be back. It may be different, they might be trying new things, but at least they are trying. Speaking of which, we're not even sure if the last one is trying anymore, and that is Project Ghost. So we talked about this one before too, and that is simply because Project Ghost is an MMO made by the Fantastic Pixel Castle, which was a studio founded by Ghostcrawler, which is the person who first announced Riot's MMO back in the day. Yes, we're making a full loop here. Now, Fantastic Pixel Castle always had a massive veteran roster of developers. We're talking about really big people from Riot, really big people from Blizzard, as well as Ubisoft. Simply said, this is not a team of amateurs at all. And they all tried to make a new MMO that was slightly different from what we got before. Specifically, this MMO was focusing on the Red Shard, Blue Shard mechanic. In other words, Red Shard was your shared world. Imagine your classic World of Warcraft with a world where everyone can meet each other. But Blue Shards were essentially randomized instances. Think more like Minecraft. And so the gameplay loop would be that you would go into this Minecraft to farm some resources to then go back into the shared world and do some raids. On paper, that doesn't sound too bad if it's executed well, but apparently there was a beta where players played and the players realized the game isn't that good. Now sure, it was still beta, but even in a beta, you kind of want to showcase the good parts of the game. And overall, people kind of looked at it and said, yeah, that's an MMO. Now if you played World of Warcraft before and you remember Battle for Azeroth, you might remember islands. The blue shards in this MMO are essentially islands, and people never liked those. Besides this was supposed to be your classic Holy Trinity MMO, which would include a tank, a DPS, and a healer. But the most important thing is, this game, as well as the entire studio, was funded by NetEase, which is a company that has always been known for collecting MMOs and then shutting them down, making me really angry that my favorite MMO is gone. But yes, there was an article from August where NetEase essentially confirmed that a lot of their studios are kind of failing in their aspects, meaning that since NetEase is a business, they need to readjust their funding in those areas. So there was always the risk that something would happen to the Fantastic Pixel Castle. And well, let's look at this quote from Josh Strive Hayes.
NetEase released a statement on this and said it is our responsibility as a business to regularly assess the progress, viability, and potential success of all our games and studios, and to make decisions based on those business considerations. So while Fantastic Pixel Castle and Project Go are currently funded by NetEase, that may change.
And we got a massive tweet of Ghostcrawler that confirmed the entire situation. I wanted to share the news that Fantastic Pixel Castle's time as a first-party studio within NetEase Games is coming to an end. NetEase Games has been very gracious and supportive of looking for another publisher for our game. However, in the current market environment, very few deals are getting made for any game, let alone something on the scale of an MMORPG. We're doing everything we can to find a publisher or investor. At the same time, we are encouraging our team members to explore future opportunities and supporting them through the uncertainty. If we are unable to find publishers too, the reality is the studio would likely close. The entire team, leadership included, will be affected. We want to thank the Ghost community, our playtesters, and the literal hundreds of people who gave us advice on how to find funding in this absurd, challenging time for our industry. I hope you all have a chance to play Ghost. I also want to thank the Fantastic Pixel Castle team who has made a game that we all should be proud of. I know it's a cliche to say, but demonstrate this is the best team I have ever worked with. We are righteous in collecting data, and the data on our team morale and performance is higher than I have ever seen. Despite the challenges, the past 2 years have been the most satisfying of my career. And so yes, the MMO made by the person who originally announced the Riot MMO might be shutting down. There is the chance there might be an investor or something might happen, but overall, it does not look likely. And that is simply because in today's market of games, most people actually prefer indie games, and so making a game with a big team is a massive risk, which means it seems like their only option to keep this MMO alive is through crowdfunding. And if we've learned one lesson in the past, it is that Kickstarter is totally an amazing idea to fund MMOs.
I've come to the realization that the most thirsted over female character in Western gaming right now is Bug. Okay, I am kind of joking, but this past week I was doing some late night scrolling and I somehow ended up on Silksong TikTok. And listen, I knew this was a popular game, but the sheer amount of content is crazy. There's fan animations, gorgeous art, elaborate cosplays, including what I am personally dubbing Hot Hornet, and I just kept scrolling and it hit me. I have seen more celebration of Hornet over the last week than I have for any recent Western AAA female character in months. And we are talking about characters backed by massive budgets, huge studios, marketing campaigns. Here I am watching all of this bug love, and then I hop over to X to just see people having the same old argument about whether or not gamers even like female characters. And I realized something again. The proof isn't in these people's arguments at all. It is in what fans are actually doing, what they are organically creating, what they are celebrating, where they are spending their time and money. That gap between the response to this indie bug versus these modern female protagonists, that kind of tells us everything that we need to know. If an indie studio of 3 people can figure this out with a fraction of the resources, why do studios with hundreds of millions of dollars keep getting their female characters so wrong? 6 months ago, this was the flagship topic that I began my YouTube journey with, and during that time, I have learned new things, and there has been developments in the industry. But to give a quick recap, for years now, it seems like there is a blueprint that has been passed around to some of these Western AAA studios, and once you see the pattern, you can't really unsee it. Female characters characters that are typically emotionally guarded. They have more masculine traits, a desaturated color palette, underlying frustration, sarcasm, or bitterness, a difficult past that explains why she can't show much warmth or any softer characteristics. And when these personality traits become a checklist, when these female characters all start to follow the same pattern, it has a ripple effect. Let me show you what I mean. Quick thing before we continue, I am so excited to say that today's first ever video partner is NordVPN, and I actually have a confession about my Steam library that is mildly mortifying. Okay, so my Steam library is worth way more than I would like to admit. A decade of collecting, sales, bundles, I am essentially a digital hoarder, and here's the embarrassing part. Truly living up to my NPC name, I was on top. Plus, never gonna have it, prominent female characters in this game, with Zendara in particular pretty much following this blueprint to a T. The game cost over $125 million to make and was such a huge miss that EA had to lay off nearly half the studio. Of course, Forspoken and Star Wars Outlaws. Both female leads followed this template to a certain degree. Both lost their companies millions of dollars. Sarah Morgan was a main companion in Starfield. She was sometimes perceived as arrogant, judgmental, or preachy, and just overall, again, the characters in this game looked a bit freaky. Or Perfect Dark. The reboot was canceled this year after 7 years of development with pretty much nothing to show for it, and I am genuinely curious how they could go from the original character to what it was that we were seeing here. She kind of looks like she's about to start a Neighborhood Watch Facebook group and then just ban from it. The point is, you start to recognize the blueprint each and every time. And sure, some of these games definitely have better gameplay and stories than others, which we will never know for Perfect Dark. But pattern recognition is still very much a thing. And so many of these studios forget that when you are focused on a more narrative approach, you also have to have a character that is going to resonate with your audience. So where is the widespread love for these female characters? All the cosplayers, where is all the fan art worthy of it? And here is the wild part. We can see this disinterest playing out in real time with games that are not even out yet. Because once people recognize this pattern and the fact that it's not a good one, the effects hit before a game's even released. You probably already knew this one was coming, but Intergalactic and our favorite bald protagonist, Neil Druckmann and Naughty Dog, have made several statements as of late, reminding us all that this game exists and reminding me that everything I have learned about it has been against my will. But they are still full steam ahead, probably a 2027 release. But who can forget when they announced this game at the 2024 Game Awards and immediately had to turn the comments off? To this day, we have still only seen that one trailer with the insane likely-dislike ratio. Or Fable, the protagonist reveal got, we will call it disappointment. They took a Kay-esque approach where they had this beautiful actress and toned her down to be less offensive, I guess. The game got delayed and it has pretty much been crickets ever since. People are nervous before the game even releases at this point because they have been burned so many times, which means for studios who do actually get this right, not only do they get to shine all the brighter, but it makes this pattern so much more obvious. Looking at the flip side of things, this past year we were also introduced to Claire Obscure, which was a fantastic game with a majority female cast, Lune, Mael, and CL. Now, Sandfall, I had the option to follow the Western AAA girl boss pattern or just not do that. And what happened? Universal acclaim, 5 million copies sold, Game of the Year contender, they had instant fan art, cosplayers going wild, and just an overwhelmingly positive reception. So much so that the French president even congratulated them. Or Split Fiction with Mio and Zoe, two super cute female leads with completely different personalities that could be a bit quirky at times, but they ended up balancing each other out pretty well. Haze Light didn't just slap the full blueprint on both of them, but they made them distinct and fun to play. And for me, it actually wasn't quite as good as It Takes Two, but it was still a really solid game. Or Bai from Wu Chang Fallen Feathers, a game from a brand new Chinese developer, and I can promise you that any legitimate complaints you might have heard had nothing to do with the gorgeous female lead who is incredibly graceful, elegant, and deadly. Now, you might be saying, well, NPC, but those games are out, so it is easy to praise the response to those characters. And that is true. But when you are looking at other upcoming games with female leads, Tides of Annihilation, Resident Evil 9, which we are already seeing cosplays for, The Witcher 4, especially since they may or may not have updated series design, we do see just more natural organic hype. And that difference isn't random. Over the last few months, I have been getting messages here and there from people in the industry, and I recently talked with someone who has worked in Western AAA for over 15 years as a 3D artist. I cannot share their name since they are still actively working. It is a trust me bro situation, I recognize that, but they told me about being in these rooms for years, hearing feedback during female character development in particular, and that there are devs out there who feel a bit like hostages when it comes to what ideas and feedback they are allowed to share without fear of being reported to HR or higher-ups if it goes to someone against the grain. For female characters in particular, this person was often given direction like, we are not trying to sexualize women, reduce the hip width, make the chest smaller, that is reading too feminine, pull back. Specifically receiving direction that ultimately creates more androgynous-looking characters and, for the most part, isn't coming from narrative reasons. Although it does kind of go hand-in-hand with that blueprint I mentioned earlier. No, it is being done to avoid offending anyone, whether that's new female players they desperately want buying their games, or mostly people working on the game itself. This gap that we're seeing, many times it is the result of very intentional design choices. Here's what kind of blows my mind about all this though, every single time this argument is brought up. For decades, we have loved our female characters. Lara Croft was a cultural icon, Samus was revolutionary, Bayonetta was celebrated, Tifa, Jill, Zelda, all beloved, commercially successful, culturally significant. So what changed? Because it wasn't the audience. Think about male protagonists. Kratos is nothing like Edward Kenway. Leon is completely different from Arthur Morgan, Cloud, Geralt, Jin, all very distinct, and I will argue, all attractive. Female characters used to have that exact same variety. Elena from Uncharted was funny and nurturing. Phoebe was graceful and deadly. Ellie from The Last of Us series. She falls more into the strong female lead category, but she is such a compelling and well-designed character that she is the exception that proves the rule. Even now, I will praise these characters again. Shadowheart, Karlach, Bazel, all from Baldur's Gate 3, have depth, warmth, and complexity. 15 million copies sold. Stellar Blaze E, gorgeous, lethal, and the devs stood their ground on her design. Over 3 million copies sold. And Halloween is honest, so I have to mention, of course, Resident Evil Village, which sold over 10 million copies, making it the fastest-selling title in the entire series to reach this milestone. That is the game that also featured Lady D and her daughters heavily in the marketing, so no, I do not think that is just a coincidence. The point is, this argument is silly, because we already have tons of examples of beloved female characters that are all unique, compelling, hot, and you know who loves these characters enough to dress up like them year after year? women, Eric's actually one of my favorite female characters. She is such a girly girl and exists in a world that is industrial, dying, and cold. Everything around her is harsh and hopeless, and she just shows up in a beautiful pink dress and flowers, literally radiating warmth. She chooses kindness when cruelty would be easier, or to stay soft when the world demands everyone become hard. And those qualities are not a weakness that she has to overcome. They are her strength, and it is what makes her presence so unique and refreshing in that world. Now, of course, I am not saying that all female characters need to be like Aerith, but always stripping away those types of traits not only makes them boring and unappealing, it sends a message that warmth is weakness, compassion is naive, and the desire for beauty is inherently wrong. You have to be harder, bitter, angry, more masculine to be considered valuable, but by stripping femininity away, you are not making strong female characters, you are just making bad male characters with female bodies. The pattern's obvious, right? Strip away uniqueness, femininity, beauty, follow the template. Mixed perception at best. Let women actually be aspirational, beautiful, distinct, success. This makes me think of an article that I saw recently that read, after years of progress on gender, the male gaze is back. So dumb. It's so ominous. And they announced it like Sauron just returned or something. Well, yes, of course, men like attractive women. Women like attractive women. That is not a scandal that needs fixing. That is just being human. And the whole male gaze critique falls apart pretty quickly when women are also the ones participating in the celebration, when we are the ones making the fan art, doing the cosplays, loving and hyping up all of these characters. Nobody is saying that every female character needs to be a supermodel. Not at all. But there is a huge difference between just natural variety and purposely making your characters unattractive as a design philosophy. Creating an appealing and attractive female character is not a crime. So why do these studios keep acting like it is? Because they are creating for an audience that does not exist. They will point to surveys showing women make up almost half of gamers now, and for some reason they have convinced themselves that means creating even more female characters that are sure not to offend. But here's the thing. Even if we take that data at face value, it is super misleading. A survey came out stating that women make up 48% of all gamers, but you are looking at all gamers across all platforms and genres, including people who claim that they play games at least 1 hour a week. Most of the women in my family play Wordle on their phones, so technically they are all gamers according to the survey. Win for me, but obviously that is not the case. When I was seriously crashing out last summer after dying to promised consort Radahn for the 176th time, I wish that I were joking. Only 1 out of 9 of them was the same kind of gamer as me and was actually able to sit me down and give me respect advice. That is the type of difference we are talking about here. Any AAA studio that is seriously using this data in an effort to force in or justify dumb decisions is like a company using coffee shop customer data to design a sports bar. And the funny thing is, we never see this behavior happening in the other direction. I mentioned something similar in my Disney video, but when is the last time you saw a studio say, you know what our cozy farming game needs? Executions, or a dating sim where instead of choosing a boyfriend, you choose which faction to pledge allegiance to in the coming war. Never, because that would be insane. But somehow, it is not insane to do this in reverse. And that is what really frustrates me about all of this, because this conversation has become about men versus women in gaming, but it never should have been that. There should have always been a balance. Nobody had to lose for the other to win, and as someone who has a deep love and appreciation for our female characters, who has been inspired by them, motivated by them, I am tired of seeing the same thing play out over and over. Western AAA games with an uninspired female lead underperform, or there is just zero excitement surrounding them, and instead of any reflection, it turns into accusations. The audience is toxic, they can't handle strong women, they need to evolve, but that is not what is happening here. These studios continue to build games for audiences who are not showing up, designing a character for a demographic that, at large, is not playing their $70 game. So who are you making this for? Where are the women walking to cosplay Atsu? Where are the people championing these characters? But you know where they actually are? They are cosplaying women. They are buying Clay Obscure. They are replaying Final Fantasy VII for the 100th time, and they are appreciating fan art of characters you dismissed as problematic. Team Cherry created a compelling female lead and one heck of a sequel. Hornet is elegant, has a memorable silhouette with that flowing red cloak. She moves with grace and precision and has one of the cutest voices I have ever heard. And an actual insect is showing Western AAA how it is done in more ways than one, and they didn't have to strip away her femininity to do it. They just designed her with intention and trusted that people would love her. She is getting more organic love than productions that cost multi-millions. So, to you studios out there, we want to love your characters. We do. And we will show up for games with great female characters. We always have. Just make them compelling, beautiful, and complex. Let them be warm and strong, soft and deadly, kind and capable. But to do this, you have to stop treating any trace of femininity and beauty like design flaws that need correcting, and you have to stop following this blueprint that keeps failing. It is time to stop building characters for an audience that does not exist and start building for us, the people who are actually here, waiting and ready to love your characters. Because right now, in the big 2-5, the studios that show up for us are seeing massive wins, and that is something our industry desperately needs. If you made it to the end, thank you so much for being here. This one was kind of an ode to the video that started it all, and honestly, I do think that we are going to see a shift over the next couple years with this. The pattern is too obvious now, and the same thing goes for Hollywood too. Studios that create compelling, beautiful female characters will win. Studios that follow the girl boss blueprint will not. We just have to keep supporting the games that get it right, keep celebrating the characters that we love, and eventually, they will have no choice but to listen to us. So, thanks again for being here, and I'll see you in the next one.
Ashwada rapidly.
Enemy rampage.
When it comes to recent and modern discourse surrounding video games, especially newer ones, the focus is often shifted to depictions of women in games, how female characters are designed, and what has changed now when we compare them to designs from older games. If you are at all aware of conversations like these in online spaces like Twitter or YouTube, then you know that this is a conversation that gets very heated very fast. I have weighed in on this topic myself several times, and this is something that I like discussing and giving my opinion on because I feel like not enough women in this space feel like they can be honest. And the reason for that is exactly what I was mentioning. The conversation gets heated very fast, all kinds of labels and mean words get thrown around. It's not really something that most people want to deal with, understandably. Lucky for you guys, I don't really care. Something saying one of the stupidest and most hollow arguments that you will hear when you bring up the fact that there has been a very obvious these changes
I'll
and how
flash
women
up a
behave in
lot
video
of-
games is that you are wrong for criticizing it, and you just want female characters to fit into your hyper-fan fantasy of basketball. This is a real comment that I got, by the way, on my World of Warcraft video where I talked about how Liadrin does not look meta, but she doesn't fit that specific, already well-established look that we've been accustomed to. One thing that is said to me over and over again whenever I bring this up is that I just want to pander to females, and that unless we're characters look like porn stars, they're apparently not good enough. I find it so hypocritical and ironic that people that accuse me of these sorts of things are the ones that are bringing up very vulgar and sexual cases. It is incredibly harmful to equate femininity to a term like fuckability. It's weird and it suggests that presenting as more feminine is this thing that solely revolves around being more attractive to men, and it cannot just be a thing where women express themselves in this way for the sake of expressing themselves in this way. I've already said this in my own Raising Games video where it's starting to feel a lot like femininity and determine itself, especially in gaming, is becoming this like completely evil, vulgar thing. With comments like this, my point is proven. For some reason, calling for more feminine characters that aren't big, strong, muscular girl bosses or haven't had their appearance visibly toned down from their real life models is seen as equal to asking for something really offensive and crass. Demonizing people for speaking about it is wrong. Pretending that being more drawn to conventionally attractive characters is anything but human nature is also wrong. And I do think that there are definitely things that can be unhelpful in this discussion, like that one meme that somebody made with the character from Ghost of Yotai where they added the really exaggerated chest and said, "This is made for gamers." But I see that and I don't personally take this seriously. I actually think that this is more than likely satire. It's a sort of a rage bait that people seem to fall for every time. I just know that Reddit had a field day with that one. Now, first of all, conventionally attractive does not necessarily mean sexy, but on the topic of sexy game characters, I did do a video about this very topic a while back. How do women really feel about them in games? So this is something I actually talked to my mom about as well, but also just based on the comment section from that video, the thing that I gathered is that what we really want are options. We want the options to be able to run around in a chainmail bikini or go full coverage, plate armor, epic medieval headstyle. You know this is true even if you look at the sort of transmogs that girls do for their World of Warcraft characters. And I think that's super fair. And you know what game had options? The original Oblivion. Remember my video on censorship in the Oblivion remaster where I showed the changes in clothing and armor that were made to appear less feminine on the female body. The part about them making chests smaller, taking away the things from female bodies that we literally cannot help having in favor of that more androgynous look. One comment that I got on that video was that it's good that they got rid of that stuff, especially the boob armor, because that didn't exist in real life and that doesn't make any sense. And you know what? That's a valid conversation to sit down and have, especially if you're going for a game with more historical accuracy in terms of things like armor, and that is something that I can totally get behind. But in taking certain options away, you do just that. You take away options. You see, in the original Oblivion, not every armor set changed on female characters. The steel armor set, for example, was the exact same on both genders. But if you really wanted that weird fantasy game for female characters with the boob armor, you could have it as well. Sure, it's not practical, but none of this is real anyway, and if we start talking about practical, how about we don't mention the glass armor and how that would fare in the real world? But the armor change along with all the obvious changes from chest small and hair and floor, coverage and footprint, or meat, everything going on. It's something that is about is bad things that we should cover up. We shouldn't bring any attention to it, and the only valid female characters are the ones that are fully covered and look like they could take down any man if they can. And look, there are times when that sort of thing is really cool. I love a Brianna Clark moment. I think that she's such a cool character. No, she wasn't traditionally feminine, and yes, she was physically way stronger than the average woman. Oh yeah, but there was a story to tell it. It was an interesting way to have this alternative take on femininity. And I didn't feel like she was that way just because. There was so much meaning there. But when every single character is made to be a sort of Brianna Clark, it loses its meaning. It stops being interesting and special. It gets boring. At that point, it does feel like it's being done specifically to send some kind of message. It's actually insanely ironic just how conservative the standards have gotten when it comes to female game characters, especially in things like the Oblivion remaster, for which, funny enough, I got called a conservative for pointing it out. But people were praising the changes made in the remaster as if the original Oblivion was somehow this hypersexual game with a lot of focus on the female body, a Gunnar game, if you will. But it wasn't. For me pointing out that there was nothing wrong with this, I got labeled all sorts of things. And honestly, real talk, if you have a problem with this, then I don't see you as any different than the bottom feeders from over at 4chan who come into my comment section and say things like I'm prostituting myself for views when I wear a lower cut top in the video. You guys are two sides of the same coin. In trying to tone down female characters and then having visceral reactions when a studio makes a character in a man-reading outfit, what we're actually ending up with are easily forgettable and generally bland designs for female characters. It's kind of like studios are afraid to make more appealing female characters. Again, easily forgettable, not a lot of effort put into their design. But even going away from like the reviewing outfits conversation, I don't think that an appealing female character needs to have a super revealing outfit. The character that I always bring up in these conversations is Jade from Beyond Good and Evil. She definitely has a more alternative take on femininity. She's more of a tomboy, shorter hair, unconventional color lipstick, but she sticks with you. You remember her. It's a character that's appealing not because she's this really sexy, hyper feminine being, but she clearly is a female character that was designed by a person who has a positive attitude towards women. And that really shines through. She is strong in ways that don't necessarily mean that she has to be super jacked and she can wield a warhammer, but she's smart and that's part of gameplay. You are encouraged to find ways other than physical fighting to progress, and she does a really good job with all of that. They've kind of gone from making female characters less sexualized to making them super bland. More and more I find that female characters are turning into background character number 4. And it is in part because they're on this really weird crusade against these elusive Gunners that seem to be ruining everything. I don't know why I should care that somebody, God forbid, is attracted to one of my favorite female characters. Like that's none of my business really. It doesn't affect me that somebody's over there like drooling over a particular character. I'm enjoying it because games are meant to be fun. Part of the fun are appealing game characters, because then you have cosplayers who take on the character and show their interpretation of it. And cosplay is such a great thing in my opinion because it really is open to everybody, no matter your race, no matter what shape and size you are, no matter what your background is. I remember seeing this TikTok from a plus size creator who was cosplaying a character from the anime One Piece. Don't quote me on that because I haven't watched One Piece, but I believe she was cosplaying Boa Hancock. Somebody in the comments said, well actually you look more like this character and you probably should have done this cosplay instead. Again, I don't watch anime, I haven't watched One Piece, so I'm not sure exactly who they were referring to, but I know that the character that they brought up is this one. The creator responded by saying, just because I'm plus size does not mean I always have to cosplay all characters. And yeah, she is 100% right, because that's not what cosplay is. This idea that attractive characters are somehow harmful and they're not for everybody is absurd. Deep down, all of us want to look good. For me, like that's part of the appeal of cosplay, getting a character who's really attractive, dressing up as this character and seeing myself in that character. Appealing game characters inspire people, no matter what they look like or who they are, to come up with something, their own interpretation of said character. This whole thing of not appealing to someone's fantasy or the male fantasy, in the long run, is actually perpetuating an unhealthy attitude towards women. Not allowed to have attractive characters because the Gunners might like them. Blaming attractive female characters because men are attracted to them. Just think about that for 1 second. At the end of the day, there is a conversation to be had here, absolutely, but the Gunnar game argument is unproductive, unintelligent, and it does way more harm than good. There is this idea that women somehow cannot have this opinion that I'm expressing in this video, video, and that if we say these things, we're just pandering to somebody, because how can I possibly form this original opinion without your permission? Video games are art, video game characters are art. It's also valid to criticize the art for very obviously approaching female character design with this caution against the Gooners that in actual fact is creating a hostile attitude towards them. Whatever side of this argument you're on, you are entitled to an opinion, even if you agree with me. One thing that I stand very firmly on is that equating femininity, just the simple concept of femininity without sexual attraction, without all that, equating it to something really vulgar and using terms like fuckability and wiener dimming, especially when you're showing examples of something really tame, just like elements that women really when you use such harsh language to describe them, you have tried to help. That's my big message, and I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please leave a like, subscribe. I really appreciate it. As always, huge shout out to my channel members, and I'll see you guys in the next video. See you.
Fast achieved.
Hello. I want to talk about big women in video games. You know the kind. Bounty hunters, tribe chiefs, sorceresses, demigods, sunlight princesses, ice queen summons, abyssborn queens, knights, witches, ghost-ridden hunters, prophecy breakers, and
Amen. Vi får tryck på det.
they range from well around
Det var
my
värt.
little giants like tens or hundreds of feet tall even. And expand this to TV, movies, anime, media in general, the big women just get bigger and bigger. No matter her exact size or job description, the giant woman is always full of confidence and charisma. Occasionally ripped out of her mind, and almost always
Exciting
power.
new press, yes.
She takes up space. She fights for what she wants without asking for permission. And we love these women. We idolize them. Even fetishize them. But why? What is it exactly about these giant pixelated women that leads us to the point of such extreme admiration, even obsession? We'll get to the idea. But first, let's get into the headspace of the human cursors that seem to combat with these giant women. Okay, so you're Link. You're running through Hyrule. Maybe it looks like this. Or maybe it looks like this. Or maybe it looks like this. Oh god. Oh please put it back. 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 You're Link, and you're running through Hyrule. Doing whatever Link does. Protecting the kingdom, rescuing Princess Zelda, defeating Ganon. You know, usual stuff. And then all of a sudden, this. Sweet, sweet little Link, who was only canonically between like 5'2" and 5'4", even in adulthood, is suddenly face to face with an absolutely enormous giant rage who sometimes looks just like Chapel Roan for some reason. She's stoked to see you, so she'll give you a new sword technique or some magical powers, or you know, help you take less damage, or she'll demand that you give her a bunch of money in storage for ingredients and she'll keep her beast of armor. Now, notably, only the Ocarina of Time, Majora's Mask, Breath of the Wild, and Tears of the Kingdom series are truly giant, and I don't think it's any coincidence that those most famous iterations. While clearly I'm in the giant woman mega manga performance level, I still find the Twilight Princess and the designs to be so unique and elegant, but no one really talks about those. They don't seem to carry the same power that the giant ones do. It's also worth noting that Twilight Princess does have its own giant woman, Midna in her freeform age 6'3", just as memorable as the character, if not more. But back to the giant fairies, with their bombastic laughs and exaggerated theatrical movements, they take up space. They're more in control of the situation. Like, in Ocarina of Time, the fairy doesn't flatter Link when he arrives, and instead just forces a new sword technique on him. Receive it now, she says. In Majora's Mask, you have to go grab a gazillion other little baby fairies and bring them back to the fountain to reconstruct the big fairy, and only then she'll give you a sick-ass reward. And in Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom, they require payment up front in cash.
Money, please! My money.
Side note, the fairies from Four Swords do also require payment, and they're also kind of big. Compared to the other fairies who tell Link what a good little boy he is for finding the fountain and shower him in power-ups, no questions asked, I don't know. I mean, listen, there's truly nothing wrong with the small, elegant fairy approach at all. But I kind of live for those giant fairies who know their worth and ask for it. They're loud, flirty, campy as hell, and they're not afraid to be themselves. And I think that exact embodiment of the giant woman is why when I say great fairy, these are the ones that come to mind. They move something within us because they subvert the traditional expectations of what a woman should be. You know, like small, neat, elegant, and subservient to men. As a big woman myself, I'm frankly none of those things. I wear my emotions on my sleeve, to put it one way. And I have a high decibel laugh that turns heads in restaurants and inspires comments like these on my TikTok. For these big-ass fairies, they help me feel empowered to be myself. And I think it's true for a lot of people, no matter their gender or their physical size. That is this big lady power. Okay, next, you're Ethan Winters. I don't know what you look like, but you sure do enjoy washing your hands all the time. Wait, what are you doing? Oh, I don't know. Anyway, you're in Romania, looking for your infant daughter who was taken by some cult leader named Mother Miranda.
Miranda?
There's a village and some wolfy dudes, but they are not friendly, so you leave there and you go over here. Yeah, a castle in Romania. Oh, surely there's no vampire. Oh, okay, yep, there she is, and she's huge. This is Countess Alcina de Betress, or Lady D for short. After a brief jazz singing career in her youth in the early-ish 1900s, bonus fact, you can find one of her CDs in the house in Lady Game. But after her jazz singing career, Lady D's family, which was one of the nobility, hence the castle, they got lured into that cult. Mother Miranda popped a little parasite into Lady D as a like cute little experiment or whatever. You know, what are you gonna do? And it granted her all sorts of crazy powers. Bodily regeneration, with practical nails that Walter had no show. Bigness, 9'6", by the way. Oh yeah, she's pretty good.
Judge a girl just by how she looks.
There's vampires, but not exactly a vampire. Like, you have to like drink blood and flesh to survive and stuff, so like, come on. She also used that same parasite they put in her into 3 random lady corpses she found to make daughters, Bella, Daniela, and Cassandra. The 4 of them live kind of like Billy, like themselves. You know, just the peasants who lie, using their blood and trying to like grapes to make blood. Scooping out men like the thing they do to bagels. Why do they do that to bagels? That's the best part of the game. Anyway, it turns the husks of those men and one down in the village. They're very much like hardcore kicking. But then Ethan Winters shows up to ruin the fun. And I won't spoil the story of Arya, but I think the most interesting thing to talk about in the context of this video is how much Lady D is sexualized and fetishized, especially. Like, the Step on Me memes are infinite at this point, and like, I participate. And I think a lot of our attraction to Lady D does happen.
Milan!
It's Milan. What is this?
Jeg skal munche og sove.
Ja, gutta, da sover vi, boys. God natt. Bye bye.